suck. In fact, so bad that it hurts. Bad movies rule. The movies are bad, but the podcast is worse. Bad movies rule. You'll be pulling out your eyeballs by the time that it ends. Each and every scene endured with James and his friends. When you listen to this, you'll wonder if you've been cursed. Bad movies rule. Let's go!
In what world could you have ever beaten the worst movie podcast ever recorded? Such a place does not exist. And if you think that you can, you look for our shield on the list. Let's go! It's Knight's Tale! Yeah!
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
I'm hyped.
If there was a movie podcast jousting tournament after watching this, I was like, you look for our shields on the list. We're going to hang
there.
our logo up on the wall.
We've got everybody measured.
We'll strap Dave to a horse.
100%.
Yep.
I'll scream behind it.
That's right. I can do that part. And we'll lash it to your arm.
Right.
And send you off, man.
That's right. Strap this slide whistle to my arm.
That's right. A giant slide whistle.
There. Right in your eyeball.
Imagine. Oh, all right. Maybe one day when I learn the powers of CGI, I'll just digitally create you with a slide whistle.
The powers of CGI.
Somebody has the magic. I haven't learned it. It's
It
like,
is
you know,
a magician.
the closest thing to magic that exists in the world, right?
No, there's a guy that can read minds. I'm pretty sure he made a deal with the demon at Oz. I've talked about this dude before.
have
Oz
you?
Perlman or something like that.
You know, like Dr.
No, it's not
Is Dr. Oz? That's a different guy.
No, he's a different
The
guy.
mentalist.
different guy.
I know
He's
you're
not
talking about. He
magic.
goes around to like NFL teams too
Yes.
and does stuff.
And
yeah.
pulls
insane
things out of their brain that only a demon could pull
right.
off.
Like their PIN numbers and stuff.
Yeah, like
Right.
a person they knew when they were children and whatever. There's no actual way to do that unless you've talked
Yeah.
to Satan and said, "Hey,
I know magicians.
wanna do this.
I know
I
they're
saw
illusionists.
Ghost Rider."
I know they're illusionists, but the only other person like that where I said, I can kind of tell what everybody else is doing, but I think Chris Angel is a literal demon.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because I couldn't make sense of anything that guy
No,
was.
he's doing freaky
doing.
crap for sure.
So,
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's
David
tricks-
Blaine was in the same room with these guys.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to put a bottle cap into a bottle that isn't broken with their name on it and have them break the bottle, and the
Yeah.
bottle cap has their name on it. You
Yeah.
can't do that unless you are
You can't.
not of this world.
Right.
Or at least,
But you know what we can do?
yes.
We can sit here on this table and talk about A Knight's Tale, and I'm so happy that each and every one of you are here. We've got Dave in the house. Welcome in,
Hello,
sir.
sir. Happy to be here for this one,
Yeah.
for sure.
Have you ever ridden a horse in competition?
Well, not in competition. I have ridden horses. They weren't happy about it, so I stopped riding horses. I got it.
Okay.
As soon as they started to try to rub me off on
Sure.
the tree, like get my leg caught and push me off, I was like, listen.
They did
this
what?
Isn't, well, you know, if you're on a horse, your legs are on the sides.
Yes.
And you're going down a trail. If there's a
Oh.
tree there and the horse is pissed, they'll catch your leg on the
Oh.
tree and try to
I was like, the
tip
horse
you
rubbed
off
you
of the
off.
horse. Well, nope. Let's not say it like that. The horse tried to, I guess, push me off.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And
that's fine.
I completely understood. Like, this isn't my favorite day either, horsey.
Right.
Okay. Because this
Right.
isn't.
When you don't
it's
have
not good.
opposable thumbs, you can't just reach back there and you got to do something else.
It's true.
But
Hooves.
bears use trees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. They were like,
Right.
get this
Have-
guy off of here.
Rachel's also here. Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
Have you ever ridden your horse at someone whilst planning to do damage to them in some way, shape, or form?
No, but I did used to have a horse. The
Okay.
most rural Midwest thing a young girl could
You had your
do.
own horse.
I did.
What was
Tell
the
me its name.
Brazilian Tommy. And as I understand,
It was a stripper?
Hey, I guess
That's amazing.
you know you're like what in middle school, but I guess was supposed to be a racehorse as a
Oh,
thoroughbred, and
okay.
it was not fast enough, and so then he became my bud, and I think is still around. He was scooped up and does competition still.
And in your,
That's awesome.
just not fast enough for horse racing, but in your experience, was he plenty fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And especially because, like, not that this happened in any of this film. All of these
No.
horses were amazing.
Sure.
But it was like, oh, we're going to run in a circle with a bunch of other horses.
Right.
You know, and you're not supposed to hit each other.
Right.
Or get in each other's way.
I just feel like a horse, a race horse, just not fast enough to be a racehorse would still be fast as hell and way too fast for me to get on top of it.
Yeah, there was a long stretch where we were practicing where he's like on a long lead and
Sure.
I'm just in a small circle with my teacher
Yeah.
being like, okay, but not that fast.
I love it.
There's a reason it's horsepower.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He was powerful.
Now, Ryan Mueller, the mayor, is here.
I am here.
Have you ever danced at Banquet with someone in a matching dress?
I don't think so.
Oh, all right. How about a horse?
Not a horse. No,
Not at a banquet.
definitely not a horse.
You
I
have
rode
a
my
dance
horse
with
into a
horse.
banquet once.
Okay.
Yeah.
He rode into a church.
Yeah,
Same
like
kind
he
of
rode.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
same thing.
all right.
Right, right in church. You right in the banquet. I mean, I think he smelled the apples in there or something.
Cool. Side note, we're way ahead because I'm going to talk about something from the movie here. But, I always wondered why there weren't any pews in these churches. And I found out there wasn't pews in churches till like the 1600s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
Everybody was just standing
everyone just stood around.
stood there,
Or
admired
you
the
were
glass.
on your knees.
Yeah. I was like, oh, well, now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So do you think the services were significantly shorter?
I would hope so.
Because you're all standing.
Oh no,
I'd be like, all right,
Oh, no.
Pastor, wrap it up.
they were all in Latin and they were all 3 hours long.
The church just looked like a park. Everybody kind of just milled around and stared at stuff.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, there was no beer garden. Where was the
for
beer
sure.
garden in there though?
And you guys are all beautiful as well for listening to Bad Movies Rule. So thank you for tuning in, guys. We're about to go scene by scene through this thing, and we're going to, roast the bits that need to be roasted. But we're not movie critics. We just do this for some fun. So come and have a laugh with us, guys. We appreciate you. Let's get some vitals out of the way. The movie was written and directed by the same guy, so that makes this super easy. Brian Helgeland. Helgeland?
Sure.
I never know how to say his name. You guys just talked about one of his movies on Samurai Movie Jam.
Uh-huh.
Payback.
Yeah.
Which he also wrote and directed.
He's good.
This guy,
Right.
he wrote L.A. Confidential. He wrote Payback and 42, that incredible movie
Yeah, that was a
about
good
Jackie
one.
Robinson.
Yep,
Ooh,
great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, guy's awesome director.
Yeah.
And he was just starting so Payback was his directorial debut. This is his second movie after Payback.
It's
so
a
he's
pretty damn good debut.
Wow.
But he was more of a very in-demand screenwriter for a long time.
Sure.
Before he made the jump.
Yeah.
And even continued to write scripts also. Movie stars Heath Ledger at the ripe old age of 21 years old in this movie.
Beautiful, bouncing baby boy.
know.
Yeah, so young.
Paul Bettany, Mark Addy. So we got Vision, the Joker, Mark Addy, Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones. Alan Tudyk, Shannon Sossaman, and Rufus Sewell are all in this movie. And that's not even everybody, just a fantastic cast. They're all so baby-faced
Yeah.
Yes.
in this movie, too.
Yeah.
And Shannon did exactly nothing else, it seemed like.
She made
Like
3
Wrist
or
Cutter or
4
something like that she was in, I looked up. But other than that, it was...
Before this, it was music videos. She was in like 4 music videos
Yeah.
before she did this, and then there wasn't much after that except for maybe more music videos.
Yeah.
I thought she did so well in this, so I'm surprised to hear she didn't do much else.
It wasn't just her first movie. It was her first acting performance.
Yeah.
Ever.
Wow.
She was an in-demand Hollywood DJ. In fact, she had just DJ'd like Gwyneth Paltrow's baby shower or some nonsense like that. And then a casting director saw her at that party and gave her the card and said, will you come read for this thing? And that was this thing, and she got the job.
Dang.
From being a birthday party DJ to starring in A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger.
From being the Goop DJ.
Seriously. Movie currently sits at a 7.0 on IMDb. And here's how it qualifies, because I'm sure that even though we're 5 minutes into this, 10 minutes into this, people are already like, what are you doing? It's a rotten critic score by a single percentage point.
Blame the critics, people.
59%.
Blasphemy!
We did a couple of these. I think the most recent, I know Top Gun was 59.
Yeah.
I think Con Air was also
Was close.
59%.
Yeah.
So we've done a couple of these borderline movies, but yeah, it's a 79% audience score. So essentially 8 out of 10 people thought it was great, but the critics didn't agree. Do you know what the biggest complaint from the critics was?
Too many horses.
No, you would think, right? They're like, I'm tired of all these damn horses and all these damn movies.
People falling off of horses, horses falling over, dogs and cats.
I thought we were done with this.
Sick of these mother horses.
That's right.
Movie.
They should have rode goats. How much funnier would this movie have been if they
Oh, that would have been
all
awesome.
Come on.
So much better if the goat like took off running, then went nope, and just tipped
fell
over.
over.
They
And
could
he
just do
still
like a
had
little
the-
jumping baby goat.
Yeah.
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 Come on, man. I always wondered, like, what would they do if Hollywood just ran out of horses, but they still had to make this movie, right? They'd all be on ostriches or something, right? Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
ostriches.
boy.
Yeah.
That would
That
be
would
fun.
think of things that you can ride.
I hope a pig, a big cow,
A big cow.
a big stubborn cow.
Bull, yeah, big
It's a
bull.
rodeo, like 8 seconds. And you got to hang on, but also try and poke the other guy off while you're strapped on.
Yeah,
to the cow.
right.
The helmet on an ostrich would be fantastic.
Just a
Little
beak,
head going through there. Yeah.
eye holes in the beak hole.
And they're just running all over, and you just hope at some point you get close enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And you hope it doesn't headbutt you. Because
You'd have to go four nights at a time, I think,
Yeah,
just to get
you'd have to have a tournament almost.
in a real
Yeah.
small pen, right?
And this is how the video game Joust became.
Right, exactly. All right, guys. Well, look, before
Oh,
we
but wait,
get-
I cut you off for something horrible. Because what did the critics say? I said
Oh.
too many horses.
Oh.
You left us hanging.
No, I didn't mean to leave you guys hanging. Thank you for bringing that back. I think the most, from what I could gather, the consensus was that it was too schmaltzy and corny, and I hate that because I, for one, feel like sincerity has been out of style for a long time in movies, and everyone wants to be like cynical and stuff. So I've been wanting sincerity to make a comeback. Why I love Project Hail Mary so
Yeah.
much, right? And
Yep.
so just the non-cynical nature of the movie. I love it. I'm like, give me all the cheese and schmaltz and
Yeah, give me
corniness.
some authenticity. You know,
Yeah.
I want it all. I don't want you just shoving something in my face because that's what you want to push.
Right.
I want something fun and that has some of that authentic value to
Yeah.
it, where you're like invested in these characters.
And it doesn't have to be like, well, we can't have a heartfelt moment without winking at the camera or cracking a joke to cut the tension or any of that stuff, right?
right.
So,
Or winking literally at each other
yes.
in the movie. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be cool. It has to be good.
Yeah.
Having outfits that look like Guinan from Star Trek Next Generation.
Who the hell is
here you
Guinan?
go.
Guinan?
That's why you're the mayor. What?
That's Whoopi Goldberg's character from Star Trek The Next
Oh, that's
Generation.
Whoopi. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't- bro,
Yeah.
that's a deep cut for a non-Trekkie.
Sometimes I go deep.
I'm a non-Trekkie, so anything beyond like Picard and Kirk and maybe like Bones and Spock
Well,
is a deep
that was
They
on
all
Picard.
have the same uniform.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, you can say their names, and I go, sure, I know who that is.
Yeah.
And you can, the guy with the forehead in Next Generation, I don't know who that is.
Worf,
Thank you.
the Klingon. Yeah,
That's
sure.
where my
Sometimes jokes, aren't for everyone.
knowledge
It's
ends.
for that real.
Someone out there will get it.
There's one dude that was like, ha, got it. He's so right.
I love it.
If I can reach one, that's all you can ask for.
I'm intrigued, but and this came out in 2001.
2001.
Yeah.
So
I guess, and the criticisms could come from like 2001 to today,
Sure.
right? To be like,
Well, yeah, when did
schmaltzy.
Yeah. Right.
when did Rotten Tomatoes start? Because they do upload some of them, but a lot of
the
these
older ones,
we
yeah.
find are
Recent.
just recent people, recent critics putting these on there, and they have no context, didn't grow up during that time or anything. They're just saying, "Oh, this is crap," because I don't like
usually-
it.
And I didn't this time. I usually checked like the most recent 5 ratings because it'll let you know if it's coming down from 59 or coming up from where it was. If you like 3 out of the last 5 have been bad,
Yeah.
then you know it was fresh not too long ago. But I forgot to do that for this one, so I don't know what the trend currently is.
I think it's been hovering there for a long time though,
Yeah.
because it's been on the list since day
yeah.
one.
Sometimes I go to these, and the last review was from like 2018
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that, right? So there's just
I was just curious because this is actually now the first movie I'm doing an episode about that I've seen before.
hey, all right.
Wow,
Nice.
For anyone who was worried.
Was anyone a first timer with this one? And anybody?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I might as well be a first timer because I don't remember. I probably saw it back in the day, but I remembered nothing about it.
Okay. Well, this will be exciting, guys.
It'd be exciting.
Before we get into what I was going to say, you've got this hilarious new Samurai Movie Jam T-shirt on over there.
Yeah, AI and I, we had a date and came up with this Samurai Movie Jam shirt.
Why
so-
a screaming goat?
Well, there's some lore here.
Okay.
I said, speaking of goats, that a screaming derpy goat should be the mascot for this podcast, just because they're hilarious.
Yes.
Any video where a goat is screaming or they
Oh, yeah.
put in a
It's
goat
great.
scream, it's great as far as I'm concerned. And
Yeah.
then they tip over, and their eyes are stupid.
They
They're
just
great.
freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
Tipping goats are amazing. So that was zombies and a dinosaur and all that other stuff. We just kind of threw it all in. There's a bowl of oatmeal hanging out right there.
Oh, because of your famous oatmeal take?
Yeah, I hate that shit. But
People took him to task on the internet for not liking oatmeal.
Yeah,
They're like, be a grown-up.
right, whatever. Yeah,
How much oatmeal are you eating every day?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't look like you eat much of anything healthy. Yeah, well, shut up. That's because healthy things mostly taste like crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want this, it's on the Bad Movies Rule
Go through the shop.
page.
Yeah.
Go to the shop. Go to other shows.
Awesome, man.
Get your
Super
yourself a
cute.
shirt.
Well, real quick before we get into it, guys, if you're watching this or if you watch this movie alone or even watching this episode alone, it's not, it's completely optional. The Discord we have is full of people who are doing nightly watch parties, okay? They've been at it for months. Some of these guys have become like actual like text each other at 2 a.m. about bad movies, like level friends. And if you want to get in on that and have some of that, be part of that. It started just like as a fan server, and it's really turned into something that I genuinely did not expect.
I don't think any of them sleep.
No, I don't think
I will
they
clear
do.
my messages when I go to bed at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I get up at 6 a.m. There's 220 messages
Yeah,
in there.
it's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's crazy. It's great.
And so if you want in, it's $5. The $5 tier on patreon.com/bad movies rule get you through the door. And the link is also in the description. All right.
Can I shout out because I
Please.
attended a watch party in there for the first time?
Oh, yeah. How'd that
It
go?
was so fun.
Yeah.
I watched Cocktail with the folks
Yeah.
in the Discord, and that was exactly the right way to watch Cocktail. So
Yeah, it's really
just
been a cool
it's-
community.
It's super fun, and some of these movies, like, it's just a really fun way to watch and, like, right away be goofing and spoofing with
Yeah,
friends.
absolutely. So, all right, guys, we are going to take a quick break and then straight into the scene by scene. In medieval times, a sport arose. As the text screen says, it was jousting. Let's cut straight to the chase. So,
the old NJL, National Jousting League.
Yeah.
there is two people on horses that ride at each other with sticks, and I don't say that to demean the sport at all, but that's to boil it down. That's what it is.
Yep.
I don't know how they thought it up. I mean, they probably were just like,
Hey, I go fast at you.
right.
Weapon.
It was somebody probably running at each other in the battlefield on the ground, and they thought, "Oh, this would be fun on horses."
Oh,
There were
And just
two
throw some
drunk
horses in.
knights
Yeah.
sitting around a fire like, what if we rode at each other with big sticks
Yeah.
and see if we can knock each other off a horse? I'm curious why this isn't in the Olympics.
It should still
should
be
be.
a sport.
Yeah, I don't know why this went away because there are so many things, MMA, boxing, all those things that are way more violent than this.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
this should still be a thing.
Absolutely.
Even what you might die. Shut up. Put a pad at the end like American Gladiators. And
Right.
just try to push them off the horse.
My guess is that it was two warriors that were arguing over who was better, doing war, essentially simulated war, right? And they're like, screw it. Get on your freaking horse right now. We're going to settle this. And he's like, we're not going to ride at each other with spears. Well, we'll make bendy ones that break so we don't kill each other. And then we're going to do this and see who's better.
Well, maybe this was also like a duel thing because
Yeah.
they said they blunt the tips now.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe before they didn't. Like you were actually trying to kill each other and then
I'd say all this with doing no research whatsoever.
Yeah,
I
we
have
don't
no
do
idea.
that.
No. Somebody out there, if you know the
history.
start, the origins of jousting, please let us know. Because it's an awesome sport to watch.
It is.
It's quick. It hits hard. I think it would do very,
Right.
very
I mean, let's replace soccer with it.
well. Can we?
But the crowds, like, reminded me of, like, wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
they cut to all these audience or crowd shots of
Yeah.
the joust, and people are.
And you had the
losing their minds.
squires hyping them up. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
it
it reminds
More
me
of that,
wrestling.
please.
Let's just get into this right now because the first thing that happens is the "We Will Rock You" starts playing.
that was great.
And I know that whenever I've shown this movie to somebody, within the first 5 minutes, they're either going to be into it or they're going to hate it. And it's usually based on how they are able to swallow the modern music stuffed into this medieval movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? And if they can just let it go and have fun with it, then they're going to enjoy it a whole lot more. But if they're like, that's stupid, then they're going, "We will rock you."
if they put in period pieces for those bits of music, is this movie as good?
No.
No.
Do you really want that music that they had at the banquet that they were dancing to
No.
as the backing music and the soundtrack for the jousting scenes?
And
I
this
don't
was-
think so.
This was Brian's whole point. He said he had to convey that these people got hyped and felt the same way about their music that you feel about your music today.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
And that whenever we hear their music, we don't connect with it the way that they did, and it takes us out of it. And he needed to show that this was like their Super Bowl,
Yep.
their football stadium, their wrestling event. And while we're playing like Rolling Stones' Start Me Up, It'd be
Right.
the same thing to whatever that dude's blowing out. That dude was shredding on the horn, by the way.
Yeah, it
It
was.
sounded like a guitar. He was amazing. How did you do that?
Dude, I play the mouth guitar sometimes, but that was like, who doesn't sing along? Like, we play the mouth guitar.
Mouth guitar sounds so dirty.
Well, that's what it is.
The mouth guitar?
Yes. You don't listen to Freebird. You don't play the mouth guitar along with Freebird.
Please give us a small part of Freebird. Oh, okay. Some might call that singing like a guitar.
But it's mouth. I'm using my mouth to make a guitar.
mouth guitar.
noise.
Sure.
Mouth guitar.
It's great.
Jimi Hendrix actually played mouth guitar.
Yeah.
He was like licking the strings with his, or picking them with his teeth or whatever the hell he was doing.
Yeah.
would say-
Michael Winslow does a whole thing where he sounds exactly like a guitar.
Yes, that's also true. That's
Yeah.
probably more of the traditional mouth guitar. I play more of an improvised,
Yeah.
dirty mouth guitar.
Still
yeah.
good.
And for the listeners who are screaming, it's air guitar is usually what people call that when you
Yeah.
move
Yes.
your hands and then you make that sound with your mouth.
Well, I think you play an air guitar just with listening to music.
Yes.
You don't. The mouth doesn't necessarily have. If we're going to split hairs here, you don't have to use the mouth to play air guitar.
I'm ready for the poll to call out what is
Okay.
the weirder way to describe.
Michael Harding, put that on the poll.
Yeah. But no, it was really
is
fun.
the difference of
I
air
like
guitar?
the music.
Yeah.
And I like the
Yeah.
goofy fashion.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Because some of the looks and everything is like, of course, that's
Absolutely.
not olden times.
If you want to immediately get people into your movie, do this.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Immediately.
You snap to attention right away.
The Greatest Showman pulls this off pretty good too. It's not with "We Will Rock You," but the whole stomping and like keep
Yes.
the crowd into it
Yep.
Yeah.
will immediately be like, "What are they gonna do?
Yeah,
This
there's-
is gonna be amazing."
People dancing. There's shirtless people with beer mugs.
Yeah.
Just like it's the 49ers game out here, let alone a jousting tournament. So
They're probably tailgating in the horse
right?
yard before the game for 3 hours. They're ready to go. Squirrels on stick.
or
Yeah.
whatever
Oh,
the hell else.
absolutely.
What
Yeah.
they eat in the 1300s. Apparently,
Squirrel.
this takes place in the 1380s, I think.
Okay.
1360s.
Pre-soap, okay.
Yeah.
It smells. That movie smells.
Oh, for sure.
Everything happening in this world smells
For
bad.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
All
It
the
It
things.
definitely
sure.
looks like it. I mean,
Yep.
the color palette for a lot of it is brown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
That's why it's so funny in Holy Grail, Monty Python, where he says they must be a king. Well, how do you know? Because he doesn't got shit all over him.
right.
That's
And does
everybody.
"We Will Rock You" happen after?
Yeah, so
Sir
there's the
Poopy
first scene.
Pants shits
Yeah, so
himself to death?
the first thing that we roll up on is there's this trio of squires. There's William and Watt and Roland, and there is Sir Ector, who is the knight that they squire for, who is apparently shit himself to death and is laying against a tree down by the river.
It's really disrespectful given the lore that you find out later. This knight took in this kid. He's very nice, seems very cool.
Right.
And then they're just like, yeah, dude shit himself to death. And I kicked him in the gut.
Come on, he shares snot rags
Yeah.
or nose plugs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
right?
Ugh.
And that's left one and right one, as if that matters at all.
Who knows? That passed for medicine back then in the 1300s, right?
The nose
Yeah,
plugs.
The nose plug. You put the nose plug in the wrong one, and they think like your mother's cursed forever or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
7 generations or who knows the superstitions that they had
When
back then.
sharing nose plugs, don't switch up the nostrils or there'll be 1,000 deaths.
Pull them out
upon
one
you.
at a time.
Yeah.
Just make sure you put it in the right nostril.
Watt is trying to kick him alive as like the
Yes.
ref comes over,
Yeah.
whoever, like the guy comes over to be like, hey, Sir Ector's due in the list, and he'll be right there. This is the classic like almost sitcom level switcheroo thing going on. It's the premise for the movie, right?
A little babysitter's dead.
Yes, a little bit of Babysitter's Dead,
Yep.
yeah, for sure. They're going to ride, or William is going to ride in, which for the longest time I thought was Sir Hector with an H. And it wasn't until this time when I had the subtitles on that I realized was Sir Ector, that there's no H.
It's just British. Hey, it's Ector.
It's Ector. Yeah. I was like,
He was not running spoon engines in his horse.
no. Don't let that distract you from the fact that Ector was not actually Ector, and it was William running spoon engines on his
Don't
horse.
let that distract you from the fact that Sir Ector was running 3 tablespoons on his horse.
They find out, or this is where Roland sets out the premise of the movie. You have to be of noble birth to compete, which is actually the thing. Brian Helgeland had said he'd been working on the script for so long, and he couldn't unlock the hook, like the main character's hook. And it wasn't until he read in his own, looking into the history of it, that he discovered you had to be of noble birth. That unlocked the whole movie for him. And so, well, that's the hook. He's a peasant pretending to be a noble.
When Roland is talking to William here and he's like, what's your name?
Yeah.
There was part of me that wanted to be like, show enough. What's your name?
What's your name?
Yeah, but he didn't.
There is a moment here that I want to call attention to because he says, if they find out, they'll be the devil to pay. And he says, then pray that they don't. And then Heath Ledger flashes that $1 million smile. And my daughter, my 20-year-old daughter, who was watching it for the first time with me, gasped.
Oh, dang.
I mean, he's a handsome man.
And
He is.
I was like, oh, okay, this is why this guy
This guy got the
at 21 is leading.
What's the big deal with the Joker? I don't smile. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Man, and he's in his dreads and really
yeah.
crappy.
Yeah.
He looks
Gross.
Scruffy.
totally gross.
Yeah.
And yet that smile washes it all the way.
Of course it does.
Oh, naturally. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
it's
that
it's the charisma that you see in Ryan Gosling, right? Just the same like how you love him in that ugly sweater in Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger has that too.
Oh.
Handsome so-and-so just watching the karaoke. I can't even stand it.
It's time to ride now, and he sits on the horse, and he's got Ector's arm around. He says, I've dreamed of this moment my whole life. You dreamed for Ector to shit himself to death. It's finally come. Yes, Wadden, it's finally come true. I've been feeding him rancid squirrels for months.
Yeah, what if he poisoned him?
Right? It's not outside. I mean, the possibility is not 0% that's.
Plague rat,
Yeah, you got some
rats
plague
instead
rats in there.
of squirrel.
Gave him a bad batch of sauerkraut.
That's all I gotta do.
Right to his death.
I'm still here though.
For those who don't know, we found out before this that Ryan Mueller may be running to the bathroom because he's been struggling with a little gut rot from some bad
Possibility.
sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Fun stuff.
Just really taking this method.
Yeah, sure.
Don't
Don't be like Sir Ector, okay?
Oh no! I don't want that. Would stink here at the table.
Right.
Yeah, we just got this set up.
Okay,
Yeah, we want to
appreciate
make sure it stays clean here.
You live
But
through
he's a
this.
hero. I mean,
Yeah.
the Heath Ledger character, is it William?
William Thatcher.
I mean, he's a hero.
Yeah.
He's not going to poison that guy.
no.
No.
So,
Of course not.
Yeah,
He didn't
we
have-
want to have only positive feelings
That's true.
about him.
Let's not turn this into a villain origin story.
No, this.
Why so
I mean, look at his
serious?
face he's making.
This is actually where the Joker started.
He's
was
got the
feeding-
Joker hair in
He
this
does.
movie.
Yeah, he does.
Those
Really
are good
does.
hair.
Make it green. Extend the smile a little bit, and it's right there. Come on, man. What's wild about this is he was only like 6 years later, he was the Joker. This isn't that far
Yeah,
away.
it's real
from this.
close. Yeah.
He's like 27 years old when he made that movie.
He hasn't been.
He's-
What do we got? We got Knight's Tale, Dark
Yeah.
Knight.
I think he
10
made
Things I
10
Hate About
Things,
You.
yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback.
Yep.
He was in Monsters Ball and a couple other, like Ned Kelly. But I think he made 19 movies. People probably heard of 8 of them,
Yeah.
right? But he did a lot in
Yeah.
essentially a 10-year career. Because 10 Things I Hate About You was 99.
Yep.
Which I think was his first
believe you.
Hollywood.
He
He did
was
a couple Australian things. before that.
20-ish at that point because he's
Yeah.
born the same year we were.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's 1979.
yeah.
So he'd be our age. He'd be 46 right now,
Yeah.
which is just wild. To even
I'm the oldest
think
dude
about.
at this table.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Proved it.
William rides in Sir Ector's place, and they one of a few times, and I appreciate how they're always reiterating the rules for like the people in the back because they need it.
Yeah.
There's a couple times even where my daughter was like, "Wait, how do you win again?" Like, don't worry, 5 more minutes. They're going to explain again how the rules of this work.
That was nice.
Yeah. But he gets rocked in the face, but all he had to do was stay on the horse, and he can't take it off, so it works for him because it bends it straight onto his skull.
Right.
So he can't take the helmet off to unveil he's not Sir Ector.
Right.
Sir, he bent the helmet out of my head. So, sorry. I can't prove to you that I'm Ector.
That was a funny beat, but they should have had him like walk off in the wrong direction or something, right?
Yeah.
Run into a
Like he
pole.
was concussed after he got his award. Yeah.
Wouldn't you be? I mean, I know the lances, but they still hit like a hammer.
There's no padding in there. It's not like a football helmet. It's
No.
straight to your dome, man, and you're probably concussed after taking one to the face.
The stunt guys that actually did the jousting in this, right? So they made the lances. They filled them with spaghetti and linguine and stuff, so that when it would explode, it would make these bigger, which is cool.
That was my one bit of trivia I had about this movie. Was they were filled with noodles. Thanks a lot. But it's okay. I'll be fine. Look it.
I
You
know.
can see the
You'll have to
spaghetti.
joust
This
about
is
it.
a whole meal right here, just exploding around.
A whole Olive Garden shot out of the side of this thing.
Tortellini in there. Grab some sauce from someone who stands.
I've been
You're
this is the
completely
top 10 movie for me. I'll just out myself right now. So I know everything about this movie.
Yeah.
I did not mean to step on you for
You're
your
fine.
like,
I
movie
wasn't.
thing. But
nothing.
no. But what I was going to say is I watched the making of, and the stunt guys that actually did the jousting, they get their balsa wood or whatever. You get still rocked by these lances, and you see these impacts, and you see them from behind. Their whole body just shake and take the impact, and they go flying off these horses. And
Yeah, they're not wearing pads either. I mean, it's big chunks of whatever it is, plastic, metal, it doesn't matter.
Sure.
You're still on a horse getting smashed with
Right.
a stick.
they
That's
said
nuts.
the horses are each going 20. It's a 40-mile-an-hour collision
Yeah, at the end of
end of a stick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you just get rocked. So respect to all these guys. Yeah. Hey! I didn't even mean to do it, but we did it.
That's why you're a pro.
They get 15 silver florins for their trophy. And William has the idea that we can do this for real. Why don't we? They're all like, oh, well, now I can go back to England. I can go back, whatever. He's like, no, why don't we could be champions. That's, everybody gets one. That's 13 for outfitting and training.
Right.
Let's do it. And it takes a little bit of convincing. And one of the things that Watt, who is constantly hungry, I wrote this down because one of the things he uses is a reason not to go is this food he wants to eat. Specifically, dilled veal balls with squash fritters.
I blocked that out.
What the hell is
Served
that?
at all the
had
finest
that.
restaurants of medieval London.
Yeah,
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah,
I mean, the
sounds gross.
fritters I can.
so good. You haven't
Dilled veal
lived
balls?
until you've had a dill ball with
Squash
a
fritters?
squash fritter. I don't know.
You haven't lived.
Yeah, it's an ingredient thing. I feel like it's
Yeah.
just what do I have in the cupboard, and it's literally that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just put all this into.
But he's apparently daydreaming about it because he calls it out by name.
There was an Irish mint pie or some kind of with mint cream something that he wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
He kept saying, "I want the and then for dessert I want a with the mint
Yeah.
cream something." Yeah, that was as much as I got. Was
What I do appreciate about this scene is that these guys basically put their lives in their friend's hands here, and they believe in him, and they turn what is a fortune to them at this point. They turn it over to him and say, all right, let's do it. And I love it. And then they have the training montage.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Yeah.
We're just running around the woods, slapping each other with sticks.
What's the song?
The song is Low Ride.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course it
That's
is.
the only one of the ones I didn't have in here. Like, oh, Low Ride. And they're also, part of the training is pulling them on a boat in case an aquatic joust breaks out at
No,
some
I
point.
think it
It's
was
to
that
aim
his
the-
aim was so
yeah.
bad that they
Yeah.
were like, okay, we'll put you on a boat. It's hanging, so you're not running into anything else.
Yeah.
Just like get it in the ring, and he's still.
It's not easy.
No.
Think about it. You're galloping on a horse at 20 miles an hour, and you're trying to hold a stick that's longer than you, a lance,
Probably super
and
heavy.
balanced.
Yeah,
hopefully
it's probably
but super heavy.
imbalanced, yeah.
And you're trying to hit a 10-inch circle in the middle of a guy's chest, also riding a horse at you.
There's so many jokes right now about the holes and finding and jousting.
Could you do that at 20
all
miles
that
an hour?
stuff. I doubt it. It's hard to do at 0 miles an hour. Anyway, I can't believe how successful they are at training this man.
Yes.
Because all it takes is this lowrider montage.
Yeah.
Yep.
On a river and whatever, and he becomes the GOAT of jousting.
He does.
Yeah.
And he goes from not even being able to hit a stationary target
Right.
or getting knocked off by the said target to absolutely just wrecking shop.
Yeah. You can't, but they kind of mess. They kind of say it. They well, he keeps his head down. That's crazy. Nobody does that.
Right, because
He looks.
exposes your eyes.
Right.
He does say that he prefaces the whole thing by saying, hey, no one's better with a sword than me. So he has some skill
Sure.
going in. But these guys, why does Watt have to hold one of the shields for one of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, There's one where they've got it mounted on a spinny thing, but then there's one time where
when
they
they-
want him to just like
He walks out
go over
there
and just hold it out.
I think it's because it's more of a target.
That's a
than
prank
the-
on Watt, I think.
It might be for sure.
Hold that. You go hold that out there.
You know, he's not hitting
Right.
the one hanging here. Just walk out there with this one.
Yeah, make a bigger target maybe.
Right.
But yeah, that was Ben.
He's even got him acting as his ponies, like pulling a wagon with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, some of that is probably, now that we're talking about it, I'm like, the horse is tired. You're so bad at this. The horse needs a nap.
That's
so we're going to
probably
pull
true,
you in
right.
the boat instead, okay?
You're the horse now, Watt.
Right.
Yeah.
The horse just
Look at the
lays
horse
down like,
over-
nope, piss off. You run off there. I'm not doing it.
You're the horse now.
But that was super fun.
know,
That
it
whole
was.
montage is super fun. I also love that dynamic between those two goofies and then William.
The two goofies and
Yeah, I mean, they're there. That's what they're there for, is this
Yes.
comic relief, and
One of-
Watt's always hungry.
One of them's a mega goofy though. Alan Tudyk, is that I think Tudyk is just acting his pants off in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he is just going crazy.
Everything is 11.
Yeah.
Whether he's talking about food or serious things or whatever, it's always like, I'm crying and you know it. I'm mad and you know it.
And the fire red hair that this guy has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is
so
also
good.
like the one moment, because we talked about like everything's dirty. Just
yes.
Yeah.
And he is still so clean and like not sunburned.
Right.
And like just pale as a ghost.
That is the perk to not having a soul.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
But it is like the
Constantly
one
thinking.
thing that like takes me out when they like scan over the crowd and then he's just like so perfectly pale and like okay, peasant life is treating him well.
Yeah. He's doing great.
He would be galactically sunburned.
Oh,
Man. Yeah.
Just
Because they're in the sun all the time.
constantly
Yeah.
pink. Yeah.
Just constantly. The episode, no, the scene cuts, and now William has shaved his face and cut off his dreads, and he's riding. It looks like a
oh, you
phoenix
good looking, right?
rising
Comes
from
in
the
all
ashes.
cleaned up. Yeah.
looking good, riding the horse, and here comes Geoffrey Chaucer, the famous author, who I think in literally the year 1400 is when Canterbury Tales was released. And apparently, in all the history that's been done about Chaucer's life, there was a 1-year period that they can never account for and don't know where he was or what he was doing. And supposedly this movie is set during that.
God dang.
That's
So-
fun.
So they think that he adopted a knight and went and did announcements for him.
And was
He's
a
hype
herald
man
for
for
him.
a
Hype
knight?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out
Dude.
there's the hype man.
That's so awesome.
The first chapter of the Canterbury Tales is A Knight's Tale. That's the name of the first chapter.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. So I just love that he kind of, and a lot of the knights' names he uses are real names of knights.
Yeah.
Like as they're announcing all these different knights and stuff. So he tried to actually like weave in some legitimacy. That's why some of these knights' names sound so freaking awesome, because they were real.
Yeah.
You know?
But speaking of stinky, this
Yeah.
dude really looks gross when he's who would stop to be like, hey,
Yeah.
what's she doing?
When we're burying the lead, he's completely naked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like completely naked.
Yes, and he wasn't super happy about it. In fact, he called his friend when he got the script, because Brian Helgeland's a friend of his, and he tried to get Paul Bettany to star in his previous movie, and they wouldn't do it. The studio wouldn't, because nobody knew who he was. So he wrote this part for him, and he sends the script, and he was like, "You son of a bitch! I'm naked through half the movie."
You lost your shirt, guy. Welcome to Hollywood.
Right? He's just he's trudging, as he says.
Trudging. Yeah, trudging. You ever trudge?
Yeah,
You
the
have to trudge
depressing
sometimes.
yet determined walk of a man with nothing left but simply the urge to soldier on.
Right.
He says.
This is one of those times, I've talked about this often, where I saw this movie when I was young and thought it was whatever. Watched it again and went, oh, this all makes way more sense now. Now I actually am listening to people.
Like what they're saying.
When are you going to do a jousting thing?
Yeah, with the knights to fight each
Right,
other.
do swords. God dang it.
When I first saw this, I was so mad when William decided not to do the sword anymore.
For real.
And I was,
Yeah.
come on, man.
I'm a big sucker for a sword, and that was so cool. The sword fighting that they even
was
had
great.
here was
Yeah.
it wasn't it was awesome.
It's good stuff.
Nothing.
He's able to, he says, I'm a writer, and they don't even know what that means. And he says, for, a small amount of money, I can scribble you or whatever you want. And in that list, he gives him a patents of nobility, which everybody suddenly just perks right up at that, right?
Sounds like something we need.
And he says, I'm Geoffrey Chaucer, the writer,
You know me?
Huh?
Just like
And they think allegorical is something that it's up to every man to decide for himself, apparently. It's a good little gag in
A
there.
lot of big words.
I don't think it means what they think it means. But
It's what you think.
no.
ultimately, they decide to exchange services here, and he's like, give me some clothes, let me ride that horse for a little bit, and you'll have your patents. And they're like, all right, cool, deal. But then there's one thing I want to ask you guys, because I've seen this movie so many times, I still have never figured out what the hell Fong you means, because Watt comes up to him, this is the first of like 6 times in the movie, Fong, and says, if you betray us, I will Fong you.
Why Fong us?
Until your insides are out, or he threatens people to Fong them
I think
throughout
it's
the whole
something
movie.
like you're just gutting somebody where you
Okay.
cut out their entrails.
I hope
and make
that's
them
all it is.
extrails.
Yeah. Is it a
computer
made up
in our pockets?
I guess is it a made up word that Alan Tudyk just I'm going to say his name wrong every time. Just made up for the
It
movie?
could be.
Or is it a real thing?
Because what's interesting is this movie does blend a good chunk of, like you said, real knights' names and things like that. So maybe it is
It could be.
real.
Depending on the context, fonging someone usually means giving someone a hard kick, or it's a popular pop culture reference to attacking someone based on the 2001 movie A Knight's
There
Tale.
you go.
So it sounds like it started off with a kick, and then people were like, no, in A Knight's Tale, he meant kicking wholesale ass.
Yeah, right, because it seems like a little bit more dangerous than
But I love this so much when he kneels down and like starts off like, be nice. Okay, they told me to be nice. So I will destroy violence. It's so fantastic.
You can just see him holding it back,
Yeah.
but building up at the same time. I mean, it was great.
Yeah,
He was
it's,
so good.
It's giving Miss White in Clue, right? I don't know if you ever
Yes,
saw that where she's
yes.
like, she couldn't get the word. She said flames on the side of my face. Right? That's kind of the same bit there.
Yep.
All right, they get to the tournament in Roan, and he's able to get in because Chaucer is an excellent bullshitter and lays out this incredible looking patents of nobility and how he's got royal blood from 6 times on his mother's side and through this duke of this place and this earl or whatever. They're like, all right, 6 generations is enough.
Right.
Yeah.
That's enough lying to get him in here. You did it.
We need another body. It doesn't matter.
That's right. All right, fine.
If we got an opening.
Now, as William is just strolling around with his horse and he's just singing to himself, my daughter's like, why is this man just singing? See, he's a happy guy.
This is his dream.
Yeah.
Have you ever been so happy that you're just randomly singing? I do.
Sure.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
No?
no.
In my head, I could
Yeah,
say.
come on.
I don't know that I would do it out loud, but if I'm in a movie,
eternity.
I would stick together through thick or thin.
Yeah. That's my happiness song.
I've gotten stares at Quick Trips before because I'm just singing along with whatever the song is that's playing inside the Quick Trip.
You're
And
that
not
guy.
quietly.
That's awesome. I love it.
Sorry.
life is short.
Exactly.
Sing a song.
Right.
This is
But
where
you never know when the musical starts, right?
Right.
Because what if that Quick Trip
That's what I
and
was like-
everybody just
right. And I look
gets
over
into
the
it, and all of a sudden you're all singing whatever it is
right. I look over the aisle and I'm like, no, nobody
against
else.
all odds
Anyone?
with everybody.
Yeah.
Quick Trip.
They're just up on the counter dancing, singing.
That's right,
Like
dude.
a Texas Roadhouse, Let's get up there and dance a little.
Yep.
It's a sign of the times.
He
Yeah.
turns Quick Trip into Coyote Ugly every time he goes in.
Another great bar movie we need to do on this
Yes,
show.
that would
at
be
some
very
point.
fun.
Come on.
But the singing, I feel like then is like the inner dialogue for you to find out that like, oh, this lady
Yes, because this is where Jocelyn steps out in front of him for the
wearing
first time ever.
the weirdest hat.
She looks like a walking bottle of hot sauce. And she's all white. She's got a weird cap on.
Yes.
And the bottom of her dress is red. You
Under.
look like a 3 million Scoville bottle of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Her look changes every scene she's
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
She was having
drastically.
a good time.
Yeah.
right. Her hairstyle, this time it's like an Asian inspired hairstyle, and this time it's like medieval style. This
Yeah.
time it's America circa 1998.
Yes.
You know,
It's
right?
fun. I
Right.
liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
She brought all her DJ costumes and went,
Yeah.
go wear them all, right?
And I'm like, all right, here's this girl. You're obviously like love at first sight moment. You're going to say something. What's your opening line going to be, right? Something that I was never really any good at. And it just dawned on me that when you look like Heath Ledger, all you have to go is, would you speak to me?
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's all you have to do. And flash the smile.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Can we talk?
Yeah, so he just goes up. He's like, "Can I talk to you?" And she's
like, yeah.
It's also so weird because he's following her on a horse.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
This is not a casual encounter.
no.
Yeah.
Bro is down so bad he walks his horse into a church.
Yeah.
Blasphemy! Yeah.
The line of priests just get him out of there.
Yeah, they just start the huddle like we've seen this before.
Oh.
We're not going to let you horse around.
Every time hot women come in here, this is ridiculous.
I didn't even
Hey,
try to do that.
good, right? Come
I'm
on.
horsing around in this church.
The only thing he's trying to get out of her is her name. And
Yeah.
she says, "Call me a fox because that's all I am to you. My foxy lady."
Yeah, I wish they would have. Ooh, later. As soon as he walked out of the church,
Right.
that'd have been great.
And then there's this great moment where the priest comes over. "Does this not shock you, ladies?" Oh, we only laugh to keep from weeping.
Yeah,
We're so hot.
Beauty is such a curse. Pray that the years come swiftly.
you perv. I know what you're doing.
Pray that you may better serve God. I ask all the time, why did God curse me with this faith?
Yeah, I do too. It's a daily battle. Every mirror
Right?
I look in.
And then there's that great turnaround moment where he's talking about beauty and vanity, and then she goes to kiss his finger, and she's like, "Oh, that's a beautiful ring." And I was
Yes, kiss the ring. What?
What?
Whoa.
I know. And that's a funny historical reference, too.
also. All right, William is doing well in the joust, right? And he's also constantly needed in the sword ring. So he's like going back and forth between the two. And this is where two characters from Canterbury Tales pull him into a tent with Simon the Summoner and Pete the purveyor of religious relics.
I didn't know this was all an actual thing. in
That's why he
another
says
thing.
to him later, he goes, "Well, I'll eviscerate you in fiction. Every little detail, you'll be naked for eternity." Yeah, because he put these two guys in his story.
I'm going to do a graphic novel of how much you suck.
Pretty much, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, okay, I was naked for a day, but literally people are going to be making fun of you till, how long? 1400 and that book is still around?"
Yeah.
We did it when I was in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I didn't. I did it Mice and Men, I guess.
Did that one too.
And-
I also think I was the only, and I think I had this conversation with your husband. I was the only person in universe that didn't have a class where you had to read Kill a Mockingbird. So I literally just read it like a couple years ago for the first time.
I don't book, but I didn't have to read that.
No, okay. I thought everybody did.
Oh, I did.
No.
Yep.
So
Not to kill a mock. Maybe I did. I don't know.
Your brain was like, I don't need to remember this.
School turned into
they
a
had us
slide
read
whistle
like
in my head.
Homeward Bound. We had to read.
Oh,
and, like,
the one with the dog.
with the dogs,
Yep.
and then Where the Red Fern Grows was another
Yeah,
one.
that
also
was-
dogs.
Also dog. Wait, was it just a bunch of dog books?
Your teacher just loved dogs.
Did you?
Benji, and we.
Right. We also read Underdog, like the comic book. That's where
And
it
you
should
were
have tipped me
just
off.
in that class, like, why dog this?
Why dog?
Dog this.
Come on.
No, I thought the writing did so well with this too, because you said, there are these scenes. He's like cutting back and forth. He's saying, "I have to hurry. Like I can't be late." And
Right.
then they're pulled in, so like there's an urgency.
Right.
And I can't recall like when exactly this is in the movie, but you're
Yeah.
definitely bought into like,
No, for sure.
he's got to win.
And Chaucer's naked again.
Yes.
Yes.
He says, "I've got a gambling problem."
Pretty severe one.
Yeah.
Your underwear.
You keep losing everything.
And it's just something very undignified about Watt beating a naked man, like when he just grabs him in a headlock and starts punching him with his ass out, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's embarrassing for Watt, for him, for everybody. Don't beat up somebody when they're naked.
Right.
I mean, that's how you win a fight. You want to win a fight against another dude, just get naked.
You strip down, legit.
Yeah.
If a fight starts off and you just strip your clothes off, the fight is over.
It's over.
12% shit smear didn't get him off of you. Take your pants off.
Just all joking. You don't think that ends a fight immediately if you just drop your
Immediately.
pants?
You're a man, maybe.
100%.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I don't know.
Yeah.
As a woman, I'm not confident. I will not be trying.
I
No
don't know. I don't.
biker is going to come up to you outside and fight you after you just strip naked out there. He's going to be like, nope.
He's like, I'm not touching that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it might get on me. That's the fear. Is I'll still punch your face, but what if that thing goes AWOL?
Right.
And
So you got to
touches my
strip
arm?
down and go for the double leg takedown because now you're going in. And they're
Oh
going to
no! You strip down and you start walking pelvis first at them.
Yeah.
Come on!
Yeah.
Then everyone runs.
You do
Right.
the flying neck
Yeah.
grab with your legs,
Yep.
like
Right.
Rey Mysterio, just
Here
off
it
the
comes.
top rope.
I'm a snaky snake.
That's why I'm saying,
Yeah, there
you know,
go.
that's what I'm saying, man.
You win.
Self-defense
every fight.
lessons here at Bad Movies World.
He does ask
We
him,
do our best.
What would you do if I didn't pay you? It was 10 gold florins, which, guys, think about how much money that is considering what 15 silver pieces did
Yeah.
to them. before. Now you're 10 gold. It's probably 100 silver each, I'm guessing. Yikes.
Right. And then they were going to take it off his back.
Yeah, they said, what would you do if we didn't pay you? He's like, well, we'd be, on behalf of the Lord God, take it from his flesh so that he would know that gambling was a sin, right? It's from these gamblers. And then he says, release him, and I'll pay it, which really does, I think, a lot of legwork for the screenplay to show William's character here, because he doesn't owe this guy. No. They're not good friends yet, right? They've known each other a day, and he is going to pay off a 10 florin debt and save this guy's mutilation, basically.
Well, and it goes to show how big of a deal knights were. Like, you just kind of took their word as gospel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't sign nothing. He didn't have to strip down naked himself. He's like, they're like, oh, all right, dude, let's have it. We'll be back.
Yeah, and I love how, I don't know if you guys already said this, but when William says, what are you going to do to him if he doesn't pay it?
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's going to be gnarly as hell. And it's cool that he made him hear that, just like, you do this again, that's it.
Right.
We're not doing this again with you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love the little slip up and cover by Chaucer when he says, please, Will, in front of these dudes, please, will you help me, Sir Ulrich? Why, if you're going to pick a fake name, why are you going with Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein from Gelderland?
Because you'll never forget that.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Well, they figured he's like Germanish, so they're not going to go back and check him out. You know?
Right. Oh, right. Probably.
That's what I would.
don't know where the
That's
hell
what I
that
would
is,
think,
but-
because if he picked like a Irish or
and from
English
Wales,
name
yeah.
or from Wales, oh, like no, you're not.
Right.
Like we checked that out.
That's fair. He walks straight into the sword pit. He tries to announce him, but it's too late. He's been announced. He just has to go straight into the fight now.
Yeah, this was great. This sword.
Oh, yeah.
battle. Yeah.
And what I learned is how these sword battles would work is each person would get 10 strikes. And so when it's this guy's turn to go, he is on the offense, and you have to block.
Yeah.
And then you get 10 strikes, and he's got to block. And however many out of the 10 he's unable to block and you hit, that's the score of the match. And so that's why in that montage where the guy's turned backwards and William just keeps cracking him in the back, is he's getting his points from each of his 10 hits that can connect.
Yeah.
So if you
I
can
think
get
they're
the guy-
doing this again.
Are they?
Yeah, like there's a league of armored fighting now where they hit each other with actual swords and they wear armor and whatever.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing again. I don't know if they score it or if it's the same thing, but
No, it's like a form of martial arts.
Yeah,
And I
they're
never
doing
can remember the acronym. And all the HEMA guys out there, I know Pat McCaffrey's one of our full duty coffers, has got his own show about HEMA.
Wow.
And it's HE, can't remember, but then MA is the martial arts. But it's what this is.
yeah.
And he loves this movie.
I mean, it's just so clearly a skill.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were talking about sports earlier. Like, yeah, you don't just like know how to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's both like strength and strategy for sure.
The
Yeah.
knight trained him how to be a sorter. Be a sorter.
And then he wins, and Chaucer comes in. The rock, the hard place.
Yeah.
We walk in the garden of his turbulence. Dead silence.
yeah.
Yeah. Roll. That was a real on-set thing because they were shoot this in Prague, and none of the Czech extras had a clue. And Paul Bettany talked about this too. For all of his speeches, no one had a clue what the hell he was saying. Yeah. And they would cut in other shots of them clapping from like other parts that they shot because they would all just stand there while he was giving his speeches. No one knew what the hell he was saying the whole time. And so Mark Addy actually cued the crowd to cheer like that. And then they went back and shot it that way. This is when it happened. Like, all right, let's just do that in the scene.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that.
Perfect.
Movie magic. Because it's just
Right.
like takes the veil off to be like, none of those folks know what he's saying. And not even because it's just big words. Like literally it's a different
They
language.
don't speak the language.
It probably was like that back then too.
Also
Honestly,
true.
The paupers probably didn't know what he was talking about. They're like, that
No.
sounds cool. I wish I could talk like that.
And then it goes into the, we get up every morning on the long cock bone and
So
take
good.
the 815 into the city.
Get crazy with that mouth guitar.
Yeah, come on. That's just singing, Rachel. What are you talking about?
That's what,
Yucca mouth guitar.
that was what was next, I thought.
Oh, no. Taking care of
Who
business.
doesn't love a montage, right? What we need
Yes.
is a montage.
Another one.
We need another one.
Honestly, not bad though, because it's a 2-hour, 12-minute movie.
No.
And they seem paced actually quite well to like progress the story.
And one of the critics called this as a negative medieval Rocky, and I take that as a compliment.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
For
Come
sure.
on.
Oh, okay. So you're comparing it to one of the greatest movies ever.
As a pejorative.
As like, oh, it shouldn't be this. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's stupid.
Go color.
He wins the sword, but his armor's all screwed up. He doesn't have the money to get it fixed, and so he's taking it around to all these blacksmiths, and they're like, no promises. They're not taking the word like the gamblers took the guy's word.
Yeah.
And he says, they say, try the Ferris. It's this Ferris named Kate behind this Irish lass, and he reverse psychologies her. I loved that they did this joke where they tried to go like, oh, it's because I'm a woman, right? They said I couldn't. He's like, no, it's just they think you're shit at your job.
Yeah, right.
The fact that you're a woman didn't even come up.
But the comedic timing of that was also so good because it was like immediately after he spoke to them, which is like, so that was not what was said.
No.
But William is also like, I can get what I want here.
For sure.
I love too how William just trips and stumbles into having the best of everything.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you got the best blacksmith, you got the best hype man, you got the best squires here. Just pretty lucky for your stars.
There's just these people that are so charismatic, so magnetic that they just draw people to themselves.
Right.
It's the same reason that Roland and Watt were like, all right, fine with the 13 gold pieces, right? Because how can you spend 5 minutes with this guy and not believe that he will take you to whatever?
I'll give him
height?
my wallet right now.
You know what I'm saying?
You can have it.
But also,
I would-
as a movie, like it creates this ensemble that you're rooting for,
Yes.
which is really fun.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for a little band of friends style movies. That's why I like Mass Effect so much, because it's kind of what that game is, right?
Yeah.
You get your little band of people together and go save the galaxy. And I love this dynamic.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles,
Ninja
same
Turtles.
kind of a thing, right? This little team, the movie. And I guess Heath Ledger, from what Alan Tudyk said in an interview recently, was so pissed off when he saw it as an ensemble piece, and when the poster came out and it's just his face, "He Will Rock You," and that's the poster, he was pissed about it because it was, to him, about the group, about this team of people.
I mean, it really was. The movie was really about them, right? Yeah, he's the face of it, but without the group around him, he's nothing, really.
No.
I mean, he doesn't get where he ends up
He
without
doesn't even
them.
get into the first tournament without
Right.
Chaucer.
Right.
He's not able to do it without Watt and Roland at all. And then without his new armor coming up here in a few scenes,
Yeah.
he's not able to do it either.
Right.
To be clear, this is bad movies rule.
Well, look, sometimes it turns into a little bit of something else. We're trying to find things to make fun of.
Yeah.
We're trying real hard.
Real hard.
It's good. We'll
Okay?
find it.
It's not my fault. It's a damn masterpiece.
Oh boy.
Okay, sorry. Jocelyn is introduced to Count Adhemar. We finally have the villain of the movie show up. He's introduced by his
This is the first time
squire.
we see him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we haven't seen him up to this
Oh, I
point.
thought he was.
Yeah,
He
it
in
didn't
the
come
first-
into about halfway through.
Droopy-eyed dickhead. I hate his guts. You hate his guts from the minute
Oh.
he walks
Yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah.
And he walks up and he's like, I am the leader of the Free Army.
And his stupid hair.
Is he? He's-
You don't like his little
I did
perm?
not like his perm. His medieval perm. No. I could
Bro.
tell right away, you're the asshole of the movie.
Yeah, it was good though.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good
That's
villain.
perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
So he comes out and he's got a lot of heavy lifting to do in this scene because he has to again explain the rules to Jocelyn, and he didn't know how to do it. And Brian Helgeland came over to him and gave him this note. He goes, "It's not exposition, it's sex position, and you've got to do it like you're trying to get with her, but you're still explaining the rules." And he goes, "Got it, no problem." And then we had this scene where he's like, "I have never been unhorsed," and she's like, "Nor have I."
she hates this sport, it
Yes.
seems like. I'm not sure why she shows up all the time.
She's bored. Every night walks past her and goes, "I'll win this tournament for you." Like, no, I want to win it for you because
No, me.
no, me. You're
don't- yeah, I
hot.
don't-
You're
I don't
very
think-
hot, and I'm going to win because I think you're hot.
I don't think she hates it. I think she hates the knights that come by on the parade.
Right.
That's the
She's
deal.
just so tired of men throwing their underpants at
So
her.
sick of being so pretty.
Like the priest said, it's a curse.
That's right.
It's a curse.
And we find out that that's part of why she likes William. He's the only knight that hasn't promised to win this tournament for her.
Probably on accident. He's probably just shitting his pants
He
for
just
having.
he hadn't thought to say
hadn't
it.
thought to
Well,
say
he's
it,
too
right.
busy still running between jousts and sword battles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he does later.
For sure. William makes the mistake. Well, first of all, you get a little bit of Cyrano de Bergerac in here too, because Chaucer whispers some sick ass line to go say to her.
Such a good line,
Right?
too.
He goes, "You still haven't given me your name." And she's like, "I'm not going to." "Well, perhaps angels have no names, just beautiful faces." You know?
That's fine. That's so good.
It's so good, but then also you combine it with the $1 million smile, and it's like,
right.
what do we
And
get?
he's
Exactly. What are
on
we
a
doing?
horse.
And he's like,
I was like, why is she still in the stands?
yes, come on.
What are you doing?
Cancel tournament. Tournament's
Tournament's
canceled. Tournament's canceled, everybody.
Game off. Game off.
But he makes the mistake of saying it to her in front of Adhemar,
Yeah.
who then just starts roasting him about jousting in an antique.
Yep.
My grandfather will be able to wear his in public again. And William doesn't even have any comebacks. He just goes, "Ugh," and he just rides away.
But you see Jocelyn, too, kind of have a heart for William at this point because it pans over to her and she's like, all right, that was like an asshole thing to do.
For real.
You know, she has some sympathy for him, and you can tell that's like the spark, a little bit more of the spark, I should say, of she's like, you know what? I like William or Ulrich. She doesn't know his real name yet, but
Johnny from Karate Kid. That's right. It's the same vibe.
It's true. And you see there's even a hierarchy between the knights because he says some of these poor country knights are a little better than peasants, right? So he even sees himself, he's even snooty to other nobility.
Yeah.
Right? It's good character development. for
He
him.
sucks.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
But in the
hate
best
his
way.
guts.
no, you
Right.
you hate him immediately.
Yes. That's why at the end, when that final lance is like, it's the rage of a million moviegoers at the same time funneled into one point of a lance.
Right.
Right.
Get him!
That's why he's backflipping off his horse.
Right.
Yeah.
This is where we get Chaucer's first big introduction, my lords, my ladies, and everyone else not sitting on a cushion.
Dang.
Today we are equals.
Right.
He goes off the rails. This
Oh,
is
I
when you
loved
get
it.
you get the other guys like, my lord, the second descendant of Philip Dimitri, and others, and then if you had Bill Shakespeare come out and do yours, right? It's gonna just be here's them, and then this one. In Greece, he spent a year in silence.
It's when the squires are standing there going, "Oh, jeez,
What's this guy doing?
I'm about to look really bad.
this is gonna be a
Here he
huge
is.
lie." Here we go.
The protector of Italian virginity, the defender of our Lord God, Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
Yeah, it becomes Ready to Rumble.
Yes.
That's where from 1400. That's what that, and this is where it started.
Michael
was Chaucer.
Buffer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Chaucer.
He's kind of like the mouth of the south of England,
Yes.
Jimmy Hart. Yeah.
He had 5 of these speeches. They ended up cutting 2 of them. If you go on the DVD on the deleted scenes, you can see a couple of the other speeches that are on there. They're awesome.
Yeah.
But they didn't even all make it in the movie. Every time he knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, Paul
That's
Bettany.
for me.
So good. Imagine if he lost right after that speech.
Honestly, the other knights would be like, hey, I'm hiring. Like,
After he talked about how he saved the Italian lady from the would-be ravishings of her dreadful Turkish uncle and the silence in Greece.
No one likes turkey.
And no, they're like, boo.
Yeah.
And it cuts over to William after the speech, and he's just like, hey, everyone thinks he's a dragon slayer, and it's just
Right.
this kid over here going, I
I'm
got
surprised he didn't do that. Found the last dragon and slayed it in Germania.
He fights against Colville, and he apparently injures him, and Colville asks, I've never not finished before, and this ends up being super important later, but I want to finish with honor, as opposed to, I just sit there and you ride by and take me out, right?
Yeah.
Because even Adhemar says, why didn't Ulrich finish him? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, mercy's a weakness.
Yeah, because Jocelyn's like mercy. He's
Right.
merciful, right? And Adhemar's like, oh, that's a weakness, right? That's something I can exploit later potentially.
Right.
But what I didn't realize, and I didn't realize this till I watched this the second time, was I thought Colville was just kind of a one scene dude.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him the first time I watched through the movie.
Right.
Later in the movie.
And turns out he's Prince Edward.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
A pretty important plot point.
Okay. Kind of important.
Because that's why people wouldn't joust with him.
Right.
That's in the next tournament he shows up in. Yeah, but the first one, even before anyone knows who he is, William still treats him with honor and respect and doesn't just take him out, because he's injured.
And again, tripping into the most important parts of your life.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It's just be a good person and the right things happen, I guess, right? That's what it's saying. After he, does a couple more jousts, he starts riding away. Did she see me? Did she see me take the hit? Was she watching?
It's the most were the girls watching I've ever seen in a movie.
And my daughter goes, Heath Ledger would never be this pressed about a girl.
He would just be like, I know she was watching. Let's look it. Check this out. She was watching for sure.
Yes. And the next morning, we finally get William versus Count Adhemar, V1, version 1. And Jocelyn gives her name finally to William and asks him to wear this handkerchief. Yeah. Okay. He's thrilled. He's absolutely thrilled. And he starts off the fight 2-1. Like it's scored 2 points to 1.
Yeah.
And one time, Adhemar totally misses. His lance isn't even busted. And he's like, what the hell is going on?
I think before that one, it was Roland, or I think it was Roland said, he goes in high, roll your shoulder back on that one.
Yeah, some Mickey in the corner with Rocky coaching.
He's there with his Surface tablet.
Right, he's got the Surface tablet. He's looking at the plays.
He's looking at the replay.
He's like, look, man, hold on. Just
see
roll
right
your
here.
shoulder back.
Yeah.
Here.
You got to think when he's saying.
Offensive coordinators coming out. You see it right here. He's shoulders back. You go in and attack right there.
Right. And then afterwards, you get the Aaron Rodgers spiking the Surface tablet thing because he loses. It's just
I love that bad guys, the end of his
Is a fist?
Yeah.
I wanted more of like on-theme jousting or on-theme
So what would Williams
lances.
have been?
Yeah.
What would Williams have been?
Like a ram head or something like that.
Or Phoenix, that was his.
a star.
A star.
You change your star.
I would write in. I would write in with one.
Oh, middle finger would be so great.
I do that. I'm going for headshots all the time.
Exactly.
You see this?
It punches its way into the helmet.
That's right.
It's indented in the helmet.
I got that from Sir Ulrich. I don't know what it means.
It's so disrespectful. Yeah, it's so he invented the middle finger.
That'd be great.
Oh God.
I don't know why this is disrespectful, but it is.
I do appreciate that he ends up losing to Adhemar without cheating. Like Adhemar just straight up beats him, right? He breaks the final lance on his head, gets to 3 before he does, and it's a loss. And he's the best jouster, and this is Williams' second tournament, right? So it makes sense.
We got to start somewhere on the hero's journey.
Right.
You can't be winning.
You can't beat the
away.
undefeated champion of the JFL, right?
Imagine getting hit in the head so hard that all of a sudden you're 7 years old again.
Get knocked into your memories. Yeah, absolutely. Where you just bonk. Oh, I'm a kid again. I want that.
That fist just went right into his brain and pulled it right out.
Right.
He's sitting on top of the stocks, watching the parade of knights go by.
Yeah.
And he says, "Son, one day this could be you. You can change your stars." Or no, he didn't say that. The guy says, "Thatcher's son, the dude in the stocks.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be shut." Are you kidding me? Like, shut the up, old man.
It's the olden day version of a commenter, an anonymous commenter.
It's like one of the old Muppets, is in there. The guy that sits up in the balcony or whatever. Just
the 2 old dudes in the balcony.
Statler and whatever his name is.
The 1400s version of an internet troll. Right.
You're in the stocks. Shut up.
Right.
Yeah. How's that working out for you?
Yeah. Right.
Stupid laugh.
You can do it.
He said, "You kick him. He can't do anything."
Yeah.
I mean, just piss on his
Slap
head.
him
You're
in the
standing
nose.
right
Right.
above his head. Just piss on his head. That's what he's there for.
More self-defense classes from bad movies.
If you ever get insulted by a guy whose hands and head are in the stocks, just kick him.
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
It's why they're there. They are there for public abuse.
That's right.
Of any form.
That's
so
fine.
Go ahead.
They have the trophy presentation, and William, in a bit of shit talking, leans over and says, "The next time we face each other, you will look up at me from the flat of your back."
Yeah.
And he says, "In what world?" He goes, "No, this is when for the first time, he says, you have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have been found wanting."
Remember this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything more satisfying than taking something someone shit talked to you and turning it right back around on them?
I don't know, but I bet it's pretty cool when it happens.
All right. After this whole thing, he gets his golden horse and he's breaking into pieces. He gives half of it to the gambler guys.
Yeah.
Gives some of it to Kate to pay for the fixing the armor or whatever. And she says to him, I can make you such armor you wouldn't even know you wore it.
Yeah.
And he's like, take your gold and go. I was like, you dipshit.
Well, that's where I was. I'm like, and this
wants
is
to come
one of
with
a
you.
couple points of this movie that I didn't think was warranted. His response, and this was one of them. I'm like, she basically just made you armor on credit, and she's going to make you like the Nike Air of armor.
Yeah. Seriously.
Later. Why wouldn't you bring her with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just take me as far as Paris, right? And he's
Yeah.
like, shut up. And I'll say it. No, I don't care. Jocelyn, Kate. Wait, Kate, totally underrated in this movie compared to who is supposed to be
The Irish accent got me, man.
You're traveling around with Kate and you're like, oh, Jocelyn. Like, bro, turn to the left at this girl that's sitting right next to the fire who's way more attractive.
When you even get a shot of Kate in, I think it was at one of the tournaments or something, she's just there like this, like daydreaming about him too.
Oh, she was, no, for sure. And there's a subplot that got cut out actually where Watt and her were trying to like,
Okay.
She ultimately like rebuffs at the end, like they don't end up together, but there was like a tension thing there happening.
It seemed like there were a couple relationships they were trying to get together because that the girl that hangs out with
And Roland.
DJ
Christiana.
Screw
Yeah.
and Roland.
There's also a deleted scene where they literally go consummate their relationship.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Jocelyn and William.
No, Roland
Christiana
and her
maid, yeah.
I think it is Christiana.
Maybe it is. Funny thing about her, the character that travels around with Jocelyn, that's who he wanted to play Jocelyn, the director. And they said there's too many, like we need an American. There's too many people, like, I don't want to use the word foreigner, because that's probably not what they said. But they wanted someone without an accent, basically, in the part.
After
Because
hearing her talk, I understand why.
she's French, I believe.
Is she French?
I
Okay.
looked it up because I was as a part of the awards.
She's great.
She's a French.
She's great.
Actress.
She did a great job. I'm sure she would have been great as Jocelyn, but the studio was the one that stomped that out. So he just made her like lady in waiting essentially. But that was supposed to be the original Joust.
I mean, I might even say even her maid's a little, maybe
Maybe
step
even
ahead.
a little bit step ahead. Of, well,
No, anyone who can rock that hair that was just like
yes.
Oh yeah.
She did great. Like,
She
and
did,
have never
yeah.
acted
for
before.
sure.
I'm not criticizing her.
No.
I'm just saying it always didn't make sense to me that he was pining over this woman when she
You're traveling with
in
one dude.
the camp, bro. You have got a unicorn
It's
in your
Teen Wolf
camp.
all over again. You're pining all over.
Yes, seriously.
Buffy is right
Right there, bro.
Yeah.
All right, he wants to go home. Or go to the next thing. He's like, no, you have to make an appearance and dance at the banquet, and he doesn't know how to dance.
Yeah.
But Roland knows how to make a tunic out of it.
I love that when she comes up. What's he wearing tonight? And Roland's just looking at the tent. Oh,
He's like, yeah, Roland, what am I wearing?
And,
Throw your dude under the bus, by the way.
with a light green trim and some wooden buttons.
You mean like this tent?
He's going to Sound of Music, this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The Von Trapp kids came out in the curtain, and it's the same kind of thing here.
This came out Edelweiss.
You thought these guys were going to teach you how to dance?
Oh no, absolutely not.
And what doesn't lead, he follows like a girl. And he just stops. He almost looks at William like,
Punches him in the face.
And he's got the thing up there for his broken nose. We don't know if that was the left or the right nostril one that he pulled up there, though.
True.
Yeah.
It was the lucky.
And then thankfully, Kate shows up and saves the day again. And finally, they accept her into the group here. And she teaches everyone
When
to
he's
dance.
nice to her, it's like,
And
teach me to dance, and she's like, no.
Yeah, be nice.
Right.
No, she says, no.
No.
Did it seem like there was some forced conflict here? Like the part where he sends her off because he doesn't want her armor.
Right. Yeah.
And then later on with Jocelyn and William, I felt like there was parts where it's like, are we just arguing to argue here?
Yeah.
Did you just
Yeah.
need some drama for this
Maybe a
part
little
or
bit
whatever?
here.
I think
I mean,
a
it
little
seemed
bit
a bit
of
abrupt.
manufactured,
Yeah.
without any sort of pre-context that led up to that. It's just all
What
of
did
a
you,
sudden he's off the
what did you
handle.
think?
Well, I just think it is reasonable that like they're kind of on a budget. So for him to be like, no, I'm gonna keep my armor of
sure.
from another man that doesn't even fit me.
Right, an antique.
I can understand.
Yeah.
But no, the like conflict for conflict's sake, I felt like came most later in the movie when Jocelyn is like, don't win.
Oh,
I'm like, okay.
come
well,
that's when he goes, women, right? Like Kate standing right there.
I thought it was earlier when he's
Yeah.
walking off because he didn't win, and then he's like, "You're a silly girl."
That I got because he's pissed that he didn't get to fight Adhemar.
And I don't care
Yeah.
that he's pissed off at the rest of the world, but
Yeah.
this is your boo thing. This
Yeah.
is you want
That's fair.
want this thing
Right.
more
That's
than
fair.
anything.
And she's showing up to your
she's
tent.
there to say, "What
Yeah.
are you wearing tonight?" And he's like,
Yes.
"Shut up about clothes. Is that all you talk about?" Anyway,
I'm a cranky toddler.
right.
He shows up at this party and he rizzes her up with the Bible, which I thought was really impressive, right?
boy.
Yeah.
He's like, "You remind me of the Bible," and I'm like, "Where's this going?
Never been opened.
How are you gonna save this? She's never been home." But Roland, I haven't uncrossed her legs yet, I think is a line later on in the movie, right? And they hit it off. They start dancing, and of course, Adhemar's
Adhemar's
like,
pissed.
"Get this bastard! Why don't you show us the dance from where you come from? Stupid made-up country that doesn't exist."
Yeah.
Is he onto him here a little bit? Why would he try to blow him out of the water?
so. He might have been.
Show us a dance from Helgeland.
Yeah.
Or it seemed like a way to embarrass him. Right?
Maybe.
Show us your dance. That he would have to, even if he's the only guy from that country, he's the only one who would know it.
But I
then you're
think-
dancing alone in a banquet with a bunch
That's
of people.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I think he's starting to put two and two together, though, because Adhemar is big on the jousting circuit, right?
Yeah, who's this
He
guy? Came out of
probably knows everybody,
He's
right?
the guy
Who's
that knows, like, who's the backup third baseman for the Cincinnati Reds. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's like, you know what? Let me try and get this fool.
Okay.
Show us a dance from your homeland, man.
What he didn't know is that David Bowie came from Gelderland.
Oh, hell yeah, David Bowie did.
And
Well, and William walks into this party looking like he
A tent?
just like he just stole something. A tent, but also like I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Not exactly confident. But this
Like a
gives
knight.
us your wicked moment, right?
Yeah.
Where those two dance together.
Yes.
And so then the Jocelyn can sense he's not comfortable.
Right.
And then
She saves his butt.
Saves
Yeah.
his butt.
yeah, comes in there and does the
Yeah.
clap,
Yep.
and all of a sudden, golden years
Yeah.
starts playing.
Crank up the Bowie on the.
That was so great.
Yeah.
All dances are off. Whatever you learned,
Yes.
goodbye. Because now we're just like, who gives a damn? This is from Gilliland. We're doing whatever we want. Freestyle because David Bowie.
Yeah,
Yep.
so he kind of saved him, I guess, right? He doesn't have to know a formal dance.
Right.
So thanks, Adhemar.
Yeah.
Sorry, frick dude just storms off.
Yeah.
He's so freaking
Well, that
pissed
didn't
off.
work
I hate
out.
you. I don't even like music.
I'm going to go to a war now instead.
Your dance is stupid, K-Pie.
Okay, so you knew a dance. Big deal.
Yeah.
Kate makes him this new armor that's thinner, smaller, and just as strong. And I love how when he comes out in it, all the knights are laughing their asses
Yeah.
off at him. And it takes one guy's got 4 dudes trying to help him get on a horse.
Yeah.
And he just hops on his. Everyone shuts up.
Oh. It's cool that whatever.
It was like a new way to heat the steel, she says. That was how the movie covered it.
Yeah.
The fact that she's made this new armor that's like razor thin.
Yep.
I didn't feel a thing.
Yeah. They tested
Cool.
out. Sent a
Right.
battering ram at
It's
him.
Teflon.
Yeah.
Right.
Or not Teflon. What's the
Sure.
bulletproof thing?
Kevlar.
Kevlar. There
we
we
go.
Perfect. Teflon. He made a frying pan.
Just
I mean,
taped
they
a bunch of
They could have
cast
coated
iron.
it, and then the lance just glances right off. It's
right-
non-stick
Yeah.
Why
surface.
wasn't there a guy just covered in cast iron frying pans that rode out there?
Oh, I wish.
Clank, 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 clank. Oh, clank, clank.
It's Sir Pan.
That was cut. It was cut from the training montage.
Sir Cast Iron. He's
right.
terrible.
I can't hold the lance because these are non-stick gloves. Just slides
It
right
just
out.
Slides. Yeah, just
But I can fry an egg on
Fine.
the forehead.
Just don't use a butter knife on me. Bad.
no metal
it ruins-
utensils.
it
Just
ruins.
scratches it up.
All right, this is the tournament where everyone figures out that Edward is the Black Prince of Wales.
Yes.
Or that Colville is. And Adhemar was supposed to go against him, and they withdraw. And everyone's like, oh, crap, I'll go figure it out. I'll go figure out what it is. And this is where Chaucer finds out who it is
Yep.
and goes and you got to withdraw.
he's about to put the white flag up to draw.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Colville looks really disappointed.
Yep.
And William just rides.
He sees. I think William kind of sees him. Maybe he's
Yeah.
like, all right, let's do it. You know.
He's got grumpy face. So
And-
he's
Yeah.
like, all right, I'll hit you with this stick."
Everyone in his team is like, oh, gee, this is...
yeah.
And Chaucer comes over like, you'd knowingly endanger a member of the royal family. You're out of your freaking mind.
He knowingly endangers himself.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is, of course, that's what's...
It's sound reasoning, but also maybe you kill a prince. So that would suck, right?
Right,
They're
right,
not going
right.
to take that lightly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted to be here.
Yeah. You know, he said.
Splinter in his neck. He knowingly endangered himself.
Did he kill him with a middle finger?
Kill him.
Oh, no.
Exactly. And Edward respects the hell out of this because when he says, William calls it out. And he goes, oh, you knew and still you rode. And he goes, I love this line. It's not in me to withdraw. Yeah. And that's proved throughout the rest of this movie. The man has no
His
quit.
pull-out game sucks.
There's no quit. That's right. He can't.
Does not withdraw.
He can't. He's so annoyed that he didn't get to beat Adhemar. He starts being a dick. This is the scene you talked about earlier,
this is
right?
the other.
The silly girl.
I'm going to have a tantrum in my tent.
Yeah, this is the other point where this
a
is
flower
just
is good for nothing.
Yeah.
unwarranted. There was no lead up, nothing other than, he's having a tantrum because Adhemar didn't ride,
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's 21 years old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, immaturity is not outside the realm of possibility. And then we get a montage of William just kicking ass all over Europe in tournament after tournament. Adhemar has to go fight a real war, so he's not competing, but he does have the sports section delivered to him.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Gets the
Very fancy.
Here's the Sunday scores in the sports section. He's like, Ulrich.
jousting news today. Just
Sitting on the toilet. Who won this one? Ulrich again. Dang.
out on the battlefield, sticking somebody as square comes up. Oh,
Yeah.
Ulrich again.
It's cool. He's got blood on his cheek. He's
Yeah.
it's neat.
The next scene, I know it's super, it lays it on really thick, but I love the love letter scene where they all pen the love letter together to Jocelyn, and they all use like pieces of their own, either broken love lives or people that they're, Chaucer's currently married. There's a deleted scene where Olivia Williams is his wife. There's like she's there in London when they go back, right?
Oh.
But yeah, it's so good.
It's this part too where they all become invested in his love for Jocelyn as well, because before they're like, oh, don't let a woman come between us or between you and the jousting. We got to focus on this. And they're all like, all right, screw it. Let's win her back.
And I love how William's like, I got to start this by saying something about her breasts. That's got to be like number one thing.
Chaucer's like, are you sure about that?
Yeah. You needed to start at awful. and then go right into it. Like, well,
little
we
higher?
could start with boo-boos,
He's like-
but maybe
higher.
Her
Something.
neck?
Her neck.
Adam's apple?
Something. And then doesn't Kate go, her breasts weren't that impressive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you get a little sense of Kate's like, I should be with him.
Yeah, maybe.
When she gets that little quip out, right?
Something.
Yeah.
bit catty. I
It's
guess,
just
yeah.
fun. It's
is.
another fun ensemble moment. Like you said,
Yeah.
and we hear a little bit about the background of each of these folks, and so it's like
Watt
Really
cries
fun.
about, I miss her like the sun misses the flood. I'm like getting choked up.
Yeah.
Like the flowers miss
Yeah.
the rain.
Yeah, right.
And I miss you.
And we find out Kate's husband's passed away, right? And she says, love should always end with hope, and hope guides me, and which is a quote from her husband. And all that stuff. And
beautiful.
it's so good.
It is good.
And then he tries to sign it William.
Yeah.
And Chaucer say, don't you mean Ulrich? And there's like this moment of realization in his face, and then it fades out, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm so glad.
And
This
then
is
they
the-
don't put it on there. He says, from your night in whatever.
'Cause he doesn't wanna say a
armor.
fake name.
Yeah, he just says, I don't remember.
This
what
is the prime scene to be cut out of a 2-hour movie like this.
Yeah.
And I love that they left it in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
Well, it fits the whole vibe of the movie, right? I think you're missing a piece if you cut a scene like that out.
Well,
Yeah,
if you
it's a
leave in the scene where he poops in her Cheerios and then take out the scene where they fall back and or
It's
she
been a
starts
month.
to like him again, then it does.
'Cause the letter says, can't believe it's been a month since I've seen you. I've seen the new moon, but not you, right? So it's been a little while
Yeah.
That's good too.
since they talked, right?
Yeah.
We get to Paris. No Adhemar. This is a big Paris tournament before the final one, the World Championships, and Watt rides in with the present from Jocelyn. Did she send me something? She did.
She did.
Did she?
Didn't
Which
she?
means that Jocelyn kissed that dude.
For sure. My Lord hoped you'd have something to send in return. I hope that's all that happened. What if it had been something else that she wanted to send?
Oh, jeez.
William, follow me to this tent.
Well, William, it's going to take a couple minutes. Come with me.
Just a couple, though.
Terrifying.
It's so funny.
You need to loosen your armor, if you know what I mean.
They're betting, so they're in the pub, and they got a 50 gold florin bet on the table from these Frenchmen, which is just a shitload of money. They're talking about, I could start my own business if we win this
Yeah,
bet.
several times over.
several times over, right? And Roland's kind of the last one, and he's like, Englishmen will not win because English legs are wobbly on French soil or whatever. And, they just start shouting stuff at each
It's a
other.
bunch of baguette bullshit that they're saying just to make them mad and take the bet.
And then they were like the Pope's French.
That's what I'm saying. But what makes Roland finally say yes is when he says the Pope is French. He said, well, the Pope might be French, but Jesus is English. You're dude.
So silly.
And that's when they sing the song. He's blonde. He's pissed. He'll see you in the list. Liechtenstein.
Yay.
Liechtenstein. He's blonde. He's tanned. He comes from Gelderland. He
Liechtenstein.
comes from Gelderland. Gelderland, 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 Gelderland. I was getting into Arnold there. Okay. Sorry.
like
I was waiting for somebody to join me.
He's German.
We were harmonizing behind. But it is a beautiful moment where, like, again, I think it does a good job, like, that you have all these tournaments, that all this time has passed. And so
Yes.
it does make sense that they have these weird songs together.
Yeah, right. No,
Like,
no, for sure.
they're bonded now in a different way.
Yes.
Yep.
And this is where Jocelyn, he comes out and sees her and he blows it. She's expecting poetry and he's like, my horse's flanks will
A little
reflect
bit
your-"
of a catfish moment, because where was this letter writer that I was?
Because
so
all
excited.
6 of them aren't there.
Yeah.
Do it.
Give me poetry. Titties.
And he does. He defaults right back to what he was going to start that letter with, and he says, "Your breasts."
And then she, fine, your neck.
Yeah.
What? Like, come on, where's this dude?
Yeah, dude, it's not good. And that's where he says that you're gonna, if you truly love me, you'll lose this tournament. You'll do your worst, right?
I'm interested to know how come that bugs you so much.
I feel like it's a little bit of like, if you're a competitor and an athlete, then like you want to be able to compete.
Yes, that's all he wants to do.
Yeah.
And so that's the part where I'm just like, oh, don't you know who he is?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. She wants him to prove
That she
that
hasn't
she
done
loves
cross her
him by,
legs for
by
nothing.
doing the one thing he will not do
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
wouldn't want to do.
And that's he leans into where he says, "I will not lose."
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, but then he does.
He says, gets out on the horse, and
What
they're
are you
all like,
doing?
What are you doing?
Losing.
Oh, it's good.
I
Yeah.
don't understand. Neither do I.
And we've all been there.
We've all given up important parts of our identity for a person.
100%. Just said,
Absolutely.
why did you? I don't.
I have no idea.
Cause love.
Yep.
Getting hit in the face with spaghetti over and over again. The 3 of them stand there. And it's just
I love how they're just looking up at it, showering down too. They're like,
Yeah.
ugh.
You know, there's just a PA off camera with like a load of linguine and just
Throwing it. Yeah.
I wish they would have accidentally cooked it one time and just had it
Just
flying
sticking.
all just wet noodles all over his face. That'd have been great.
great.
I love too how the girl is like, it's romantic, right? That
Yeah.
we're gonna lose every single dollar we have. Isn't that
Yeah.
romantic?
Are you a blacksmith or a woman? Sometimes I'm both.
Yeah.
right? She says.
Right.
But yeah, she's taking it the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
For
They're-
sure.
yeah,
And
they're
Jocelyn's
all
making
not
out
worried.
with a pole of, he loves me.
Oh, yes, yes.
Splinters in her tongue.
Getting his ass kicked right in front of me. I love it.
And then he's getting his shoulder cranked out of the
Yeah, I
back
think
of the
they're
socket
pulling
or
it
whatever.
back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she comes back, the lady in waiting comes in and says, my lady says that if you love her, you will not lose another match.
His
You will,
reaction
that you will
is
win this tournament.
perfect. Because who hasn't been there? Like, which shirt should I buy? This one or this one? You should buy that one. And then they buy the other shirt. And you're
Yes.
like, why did you ask me then? What are we doing here? Yeah.
And he says, there it is, your Venus, your love, and how I hate her.
You're right. Yeah. Chunk. Back to winning.
And he just starts whipping ass. A helmet flies in. I'm like, oh, lucky
was
souvenir
great.
for a fan, right?
Yeah.
Like, just imagine Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
They just get to keep the helmet. Ah,
I can put my popcorn in here.
there's a head in there, right? It's kind of crazy, man. And this is where it is consummated, because after this tournament, there's that moment where Chaucer sees her slinking maybe to the William's tent, and
Yeah.
he says, Guinevere comes to Lancelot.
Yep.
And they finally consummate, as earlier in this when he's trying to explain, Roland says that they just want you to prove that they haven't uncrossed their legs for nothing, right?
And he's kind of a jag to her in this moment.
He didn't go to Banquet. She's like, we missed you at Banquet. He's like, I'm not going to your stupid party.
I know. And then she, like, when they start making out, she doesn't know you're hurt.
Right.
And he's like, oh, woman.
Like grabs her arm and like moves it out of the...
Like, don't. You're going to get some, dude. Just relax. Just let it happen. Don't be mad. Just take the pain.
You couldn't screw this up if you just shut up.
You get hit with stick hard every day. You
Smile again. Just smile again.
Yeah, you couldn't handle one little poke in your bad bruise. Little baby cry.
There is a moment, other than the consummation, that's important here, is she says that my maid tells me that sometimes your valleys call you William. And he just says, yeah. And she doesn't care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And actually calls him William for the rest of the movie. Right. Even before he's outed. Right.
Sometimes they call you Peter Parker.
Yep.
Guess who else I am now?
They get to the boat ride back across the English Channel, and William flashes back. It's been 12 years. They're all talking about how long it's been, which means some of them went back without him over periods of time. And flashes back to when his dad had sent him off to have a chance at a better life with Sir Ector, who was played by the same guy who played Little John in Prince of Thieves.
Really?
That was Sir Ector in that scene. Yeah, love that guy.
What if your job was main chain dragger across the channel?
It's the same dude in the flashback and then right now.
Yeah.
He's been doing it
your
for 12
job
years.
is just
to pull a boat from England to France
every
day, over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't know how many trips you can make in a day. I don't know how long it would take.
And he's very cheery. Like, so, what brings you to England?
Which basically means you're walking, because he's to walk up and down the boat. You're walking to France.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Ripped.
Bless his heart.
Why isn't he Arnold Schwarzenegger?
He should have been
right?
Conan.
Listen to me. Welcome to France.
Welcome to the Wheel of Death. We call it the chain.
Everybody hold on, because I'm just going to pull fast, and it's going to go for a while.
What brings you to England? To ravage the women.
You hear the lamentations.
Yeah.
It's nice. We get the boys are back in town montage when they all come in on the parade. Which is a big full circle moment for him, because there's another kid, waving from the stocks at him. And Adhemar shows
Doesn't
up.
it kind of flash back to him being that kid as he passes a little bit?
Yeah, he sees a vision of himself standing there. And kinda,
and they all line up, and this is where Adhemar comes up next to him. You realize he's in for the first time since they fought. That he's going to get a chance at Adhemar again, right? And Adhemar pulls up to say that he likes horses more than women. It's a weird thing to say.
Horses, women, and then calls Jocelyn a thoroughbred that belongs on his mantle, so she's a horse and a trophy.
Right. before she's a woman.
Right.
To him.
Yeah.
This is how he sees her.
Exactly.
And that he's entered into negotiations with her father. And that she's to be his bride. And he's just gritting his teeth. And he like turns to the side and says, motherfucker.
Yeah. But I said all those things and I wrote a letter.
Like,
I shouldn't have been at war for so long.
Isn't she the target? He says, I love the line. He goes, no, she is the arrow.
Yeah.
So good. He goes,
Arrow or
not.
target.
Yeah. There's
Still
no difference.
happening.
Right. Exactly. And while the joust is going, everybody's getting ready. There is that, and I do want to call this out. It's a tiny little 30-second scene where Adhemar's talking to some other dude, and he says, how would you beat Ulrich? He says, it with a stick while he slept.
It's fantastic.
But on a horse, can't do it.
Yep.
Right.
He's gotten too good since the first time you faced him.
Right.
He's just been ripping through everything.
Right. He's a goat now.
You can't beat him, so you better put points on your lance. You cheating SOB.
Dude. Or just take him out completely, because here's where I understand why he did it. If he had just stayed out of Cheapside, none of this happens.
Right.
But he hasn't been there in 12 years, and so the urge overtakes him to ride his horse into his old neighborhood.
Yeah, it's
William.
pretty blatant, though. He's all singing in the rain, kind of walking.
It's not like in a cloak with a hood on or anything.
No, yeah.
There's no stealth.
He's too much joy in this man's heart, Dave.
I get it.
Yeah, he's
No, I'm
whipping
all for
ass
it.
on the joust circuit.
It's raining. He's like, oh, it's good English weather, you know.
Yeah.
Got Jocelyn. I mean, wouldn't you be singing riding your horse or your slow hometown?
Are you Sue Ulrich?
Yeah.
When we joust, I always say I'm you.
Yeah.
This little girl.
Can I have another? Please, sir. Can you keep a secret? Absolutely not.
That's right. Well, Shelby lives there still.
Yeah.
He's blind, sir. Sorry to all the Brits that listen to this. his father's still there. Oh, I can't even get through this scene when I watch it now without getting emotional. But when he sees his dad and his dad realizes it's him, because he says, have you changed your stars or you followed your feet? That was the thing he said.
Yeah.
You follow your feet.
That's how he knew it was him.
Yeah.
Has he followed his feet?
Right. He's crying. I'm crying.
No, it's a beautiful moment.
It is.
And it's 12 years in the making. I mean, without a doubt,
Right.
it's possible that he wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Especially considering life expectancies probably in
Yeah,
the
dude.
1300s.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Right? Craziness.
Making
and of
fishnets.
course, Adhemar finds out.
Yep.
And somebody points out the window, and this is the moment where he goes out on the roof to fix the leak for his dad.
Yeah.
And he sees him up there, and he just, it's freaking over at that point.
I do have. How does him fixing the roof let him know that
Well, if
he's
he's a-
not being truthful about his lineage?
If he's probably just saw that and then looked into it, I would guess,
Okay.
because why would a knight from Helgeland be in here in Cheapside fixing roofs for random peasants?
But
That-
he could be delivering the message, like he said.
Yeah, I suppose.
Could be. But I mean, it was probably a local, too, that knew who lived there, right?
That
And knew
lady
he had
probably
a
was
son.
like, that's his kid. Look,
Yeah.
he's up there, right?
Right.
That lady that was hanging
Was
out
pointing
with us,
out to him.
It was
Yeah.
probably the little girl's mom.
Yeah,
because
right.
Probably.
the kid came home and was, guess who I just met?
Yeah.
It was William.
He said he was, because William outs to the little girl, can you keep a secret? I was born in Cheapside.
Right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said that.
Nope.
Nope.
Straight home told her mom. Mom told Adhemar.
Yep.
Now you're going to be arrested when you show up to the
Yep.
joust.
Yeah, not a lot of urgency as far as arresting this dude either. They all kind of walk in like,
they're going to meet him. Like when he shows up to joust is when they're going to arrest him. And it's a great scene. His crew is telling him basically it's over.
Yeah.
Who
They're
died?
all like,
who died?
let's
Sir
go.
Ulrich
Right.
died, right? Yeah.
Right.
And they all want him to run.
Yeah.
Even Watt, at one point he turns to Watt, he goes, we're not runners, right? And he kind of smiles for a second. He's like, no, we
This time we are.
got to run, right? Yeah.
and Jocelyn in an amazing bit of acting. And I want to know how people do this.
Yeah.
How do you close your eyes and make one tear
tear.
fall like
Oh,
that?
it's so good.
No, like usually when people cry in movies, their face like, and it gets all crunched up.
Yes.
She just blinks and tear.
It's all the
How you
grit
do
and
that?
dirt.
No,
It's just pollen.
Just see-
terrible allergies.
really rings true for both characters because
Yeah.
I'm 100% with William. When it's easy for her to say, someone who's never lived a life of poverty, to say, oh, well, I will run with you and we'll sleep inside with the pigs so they don't freeze in the winter. And she says, the poor can marry for love. And when he says, you speak of what you don't know,
Yeah.
they both, like, I get why she's saying that because she doesn't get it. And I also get why he's saying this, we can't. I'm a knight.
Yeah.
And we're not going to live like that. We can't live like you don't even know what that's like.
Knights don't do that. They
Right.
don't run.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
He says, I'm a knight. I'm not going to run. And yeah, even Chaucer's like, can't convince him to do it.
You gotta run, but
Oh, dude.
And I run.
And he is arrested when he shows up at the lists. And then in prison, Adhemar shows up just to be a dick to him
Yep.
in the cell. He's like, I need at least one more chance in this movie to be an absolute bastard.
In case you guys don't hate me enough yet.
But
let me punch this guy
I'm
for nothing.
thinking, you got your arms up over this wood, just swing it into his freaking temple.
Just act like you didn't hear. What?
right.
Yeah.
It would have been amazing if it turned into a Three Stooges thing where he's like, oh, I finally got you.
Yeah.
Just kept walking him in the head every time he turned.
Naked gun that shit.
Great.
Yeah, it would take all of the drama out of that, but it would have been hilarious.
You know what's the most embarrassing thing about this for Adhemar? Is he comes in, he says, those that strive for the stars often stumble at a single straw, and he crumbles it. I'm like, that dude picked a straw up off the ground just so he could come in and do this bit.
Yeah.
And he was looking around going, oh, no, you know what will kill? Let me get this piece of straw right here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go in and I'm going to crush it in his face.
And you know he picked it up out of some horse shit out in the street, too.
Sitting outside, what am I going to say?
It's got to be good.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wait,
gonna be
oh,
really
here's some
Should I use a prop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide whistle? No.
No. Straw.
Save that. Save the slide whistle.
Exactly.
And I'll hold it in the window to get the nice lighting with it.
It won't be as cool.
Well,
if
look
I
how
walk in and
glistening
go,
it is, huh?
We got you.
William's thrown in the stocks, and his friends stand there to defend him. And now it looks like in this scene, and this is out of all the ones they cut, the scenes they cut, I thought, yeah, they probably should be cut. But this one I wish they'd left in. Chaucer delivers a rousing speech in defense of William here that's cut because he says, listen to me, and they're throwing tomatoes at him, and they cut it now to make it look like the crowd doesn't even want to listen to Chaucer.
Yeah.
Which it works, and it's fine. But he gives this incredible speech for his friend to the point where the crowd's chanting for him to live at this point. And then the prince shows up.
They should have left it.
Right?
They should have, because I was like, just shut up and let Chaucer speak.
Yeah.
Hear what he's got to say.
So the one thing, so if you ever get a chance, go on the DVD or the Blu-ray or whatever and check out the scene. Might even be on
I might have to buy the movie to
I hope it's. It
look
probably
at
is
some
on
of the stuff.
YouTube also,
Yeah.
but it's really, really good.
And if that's in there, it makes more sense that the three Jedi show up in the front of the row then.
Right.
Yeah.
The three Jedi, yeah.
Because that's what they look like. It's like they all unhood like.
Yes.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are up front there. Yeah.
The way this is so satisfying from a writing standpoint that you bring everything back around, and movies that we've covered so many times where there isn't that connective tissue where every scene should be a consequence of the scene that came before.
Yep.
It's so many of our movies we cover are just like, and then this happened, and then this happened. But here you get this full circle moment of the kindness and the honor that was shown to the prince earlier comes back around at just the moment that's needed to save this man's life. Not only save his life, but to make him a knight for real.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah. I went back. My historians went back and checked his lineage. Right. He's has a very ancient lineage of nobility.
And my word is bullshit. But he says my word is beyond contestation.
Yeah.
That's the way it was back then.
He has spoken.
Right. And when he leans into William and he says, "What a pair we make, both of us trying to hide who we are."
Yeah.
Because your men love you, and if I knew nothing else, that would be.
One isn't like Adhemar is like his general too.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he was called in because he was like in the Patriot, just pillaging and burning and raping and all this stuff. So they pulled him off the front lines.
He says they were doing a bunch of ungodly things.
Committing all the newest sins in all the latest ways, or the oldest sins in the newest ways.
Right.
Yeah. So he doesn't even deny it when he rides up.
Right.
Yeah. And then he unlatches the stocks and knights him in front of all these people. And now he's not just Sir Ulrich, he's Sir William Thatcher.
Chills, man.
I know,
It's too damn good. And then to have all his friends like, I knew you could do it, my baby boy. I knew you could do it.
He says, are you fit to compete? And he's like, oh, yeah. And he goes,
Damn right.
I'll have your opponent informed of it. You look for his shield on the list. And I was like, ugh.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go.
James Purvoy had a small part in this, but he killed it as Edward in this. And we finally get to the last joust here. And there's this little scene where he's talking to his woman blacksmith that he's got this lady that we've never seen the whole movie that's working for him. And she's like, it's nothing but, sugar and goop lack or whatever he says.
Sugar and blah, blah,
And
blah.
he crushes the fist and there's a tip on it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
You droopy dickhead.
Cheater.
Because he knows, the guy told him, you have to cheat. You can't, you can't
have to kill
win
him. Right.
And the first run at each other, he ends up with the whole front part of the lance in his
he gets
shoulder.
it stuck in his shoulder. Yeah.
To the point where the armor's like bent in and
When it's like clearly bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very different than anything else we've seen in all the jousting the whole movie.
and that's when you get Kate and her wonderful Irish accent. He tapped that.
Yeah, he tipped out.
And then Watt's like, that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
The second run, now it's 1-0 here. And the second run, he can't hold the lance and he drops it.
Yeah.
And now he's riding with no lance and just gets nailed again.
Yep.
Now it's 2-0.
Yeah.
And he can't breathe. And this is when he rides up and he says, in what world could you have ever beaten me? Such a place does not exist.
Woo. I hate you.
And he's got his armor off at this point, and he can't, and this is where his dad shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Josh.
What are you doing to me, Brian Helgeland?
Yeah, because Jocelyn wasn't there at first, and then he's like, where my booth hang?
Yeah.
And
She's here, William, and so is your father.
Yeah.
right.
And then he leans in and says, let's dance, you and I.
Ooh.
With no armor on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Bro,
is like
it's
the
just
Rocky moment where he gets his eye cut, right?
His eyes might have well turned red, just like Teen Wolf, you know what I mean? Just like, "Ugh."
Give me a Craig.
Strap it to my arm.
Like when Vince Clortho, the keymaster of Gozer, looks at looks at the
Okay, who
horse.
brought the dog?
The horse carriage driver, and he just flashes the red eyes at him, right? Come on, man. You must unhorse him or kill him, Roland says, right? And the armor comes off, and he says, I can't breathe with it on. And he's trying to grip the thing, and he can't. And so he looks at Watt and says, lash it to my arm.
Does that help?
I mean, you can't drop it.
I guess, but
right?
it looked like he had trouble lifting it.
Maybe. I mean, once you get it in the pocket, it's probably fine, but he couldn't even hold the thing.
Maybe they lashed it to the pocket.
Yeah.
And everything.
Into his whole forearm, whatever. Right. Chaucer realizes he needs a minute because they're about to raise the flag, and he goes, I missed my introduction, and buys him. This is what I mean. It's an ensemble. Every single person is why this happened.
Right.
Not just William.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up on top of the Prince of England's throne.
Yeah.
He don't care. He's like, all right, let's hear it. Let's hear what you got.
Yes. And it says, born a stone's throw from this very stadium, Sir William Thatcher, just the whole speech. Everybody goes absolutely bananas. Home field advantage. Mm-hmm. And then because you just can't leave it at that, and I'm already emotional, no, you have to have Watt lean in and go, that's your name, William. Your father heard that. I think it was Watt that did that.
Because he couldn't see what was happening. So he heard it, though.
And he rides armorless at him. And it's this, there's two shots. There's the one, the tracking shot, like overhand of him, just with his huge lance. It's a great shot. But the one of Heath Ledger, when he's got the thing like this raised up and he's screaming his own name.
Freedom.
Which
that's a different
William,
movie.
but no, but it's basically the same thing, right? And it's so intense. It's so awesome that I don't even care if it's implausible, like to win a lance or a joust without armor on.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just get out of the way of that dude's lance
Might make you more nimble. You can whoop.
and nail him with yours. And this dude goes flying,
Backflips
blasts
off
him
his horse.
right off the horse.
Knocks him into the Avengers. Knocks him right into
And he's hovering above the ground, too, and they all pop in.
My daughter's like, why is he hovering in the air? I was like, he's hallucinating
Right.
now. This isn't happening in real life.
It's Loki.
It's right? You go into the Soul Stone. Was it worth it? What did it cost? Everything.
Hawkeye shows up.
Yeah. And they all come in and
Found
say
wanting.
different parts of that line. You've been weighed, you've been measured.
Yeah.
God save you if it is right that he should do so, right? He says, and they give him the wink and off they go.
So damn good.
And the dad looks up teary-eyed. He's like, I still can't see.
But I got to experience it.
This is probably really great.
I bet it's awesome.
Yeah.
And the celebration is crazy, and they're all just mobbing each other.
Yeah.
And then the big kiss that fades everything away into like the starlit sky.
Changed
the end of
his
the
stars into Orion.
That's right. The hunter, as he called earlier.
Yes.
Good job, movie.
Yeah.
Bringing it all together.
It's not my fault. It's a masterpiece, guys. We'll make fun of the next one, okay?
I'm sure more will come out in the awards.
Oh, I'm sure. In fact, let's get to that. Well, before we get into our actual awards, let's talk about recasting this movie and what that would have been like in 2001 if we had cast a certain Austrian bodybuilder, Arnold Schwarzenegger, in A Knight's Tale. Come on.
See it. Yeah.
With the armor on, he would be the size of a house.
Yep. I want him to be the guy in the church. Blasphemy.
The priest.
Yeah.
Does this not shock you, ladies?
You've been cursed with
Did I-
a beautiful face.
Just like mine.
You need to get ugly fast.
Yeah.
Give me, I'll help you. Ah!
I said Sir Ector.
Sir Ector.
Yeah, I think it'd be very funny if it's his big body that is sitting against a tree.
And then William goes to put his armor on.
Yeah.
He would never let anyone say that he shit himself to death.
No.
Yeah.
No, I died because my muscles were too big to fit inside the suit.
Actually,
and it
there's
crushed me.
just the triangle there from where the Predator shot
Right.
him.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Predator showed up in medieval times. When's that movie happening?
Yeah, right.
Right?
Did we just come up with gold on accident? 'Cause
Predator Joust.
Everyone wants him to be like samurais and stuff like that. I'm like, no, give me the Knights movie. All right, here's what the patrons had to say. Kenton came in and said, Count Adhemar. Imagine Arnold saying, the stylish of you to joust in an antique. You can just start the new fashion if you win. or you have been weighed, you have been measured, and you don't have as big a bicep because mine are 24 inches around, like this. And yours is only 15. It's so puny.
God help you.
That's right. Steve Extreme says Paul Bettany. Imagine Arnold pumping up the crowd, telling of Sir Ulrich's triumphs before the joust begins. It sounds magical in my ears. Just want to hear him say, "The protector of Italian virginity." Good stuff. Vicky came in. Look at this.
Vicky, our girl from Leeds.
Geoffrey Chaucer. Hearing Arnold reciting lines like, "In Greece, he spent a year in silence, just to better understand the sound of a whisper."
And that line is insane when you think about it. Like,
It is.
I just waited a year so I knew what a whisper sounded.
That's right.
You could have found out in a one day. One more time.
Now everybody's
Here we
going to
go.
know.
Sorry, guys. So do you see why this is now up on the screen? Because my laptop kept dying, even though it's plugged in. I need to get a new one, so now we got to run these up on the screen. So sorry about the big block of text up here.
But if we could, say a thank you to our patrons.
That's right. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's keep this thing rolling, and I will do my best to not scroll too far on these. All right, Vicky, we just did. Eric Valov comes in and says, Prince Edward. This is one of my girlfriend's favorite movies, so I let her take this one, and she said, make him the prince that knights Williams. This is my word. My weird. And this is beyond contestation.
Is that a real word?
I cannot say the weird.
Contestation.
Contestation. I don't know.
When a prince says it, sure.
And he puts a sword through William's shoulder as he knights him.
Harrison jumps in and says, Chaucer again has some of the best lines in the movie, right? I will eviscerate you in fiction, you little pimple, you stupid, I was naked, and you're going to be naked forever. Okay. Come on. And then Johnny Golab rides in and says, Prince Edward, stoic, regal, that's Arnold. Your men love you. And if I knew nothing else about you, that would be enough. But you also tilt. Tilt is hard to say in the accent, but you should withdraw. And it is knightly too. All right. People give me a lot of dialogue to do this time around, but I appreciate you guys. I think we have once again determined that Arnold would in fact make this movie 100% better, and it's already great. So that was quite the feat for Arnold to pull off.
Yeah.
In this
But he still
I
did it.
am interested to hear what you think of this movie, James.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're finding.
Well, you know what?
Oh, it's been really.
I'm trying to
secretive.
keep everybody in suspense, but it's going to get to the point where I'm going to have to let the cat out of the bag.
yeah.
So.
I have to.
Keep listening,
Bated
people.
breath.
Okay. Hopefully by then I'll have made up my mind.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
could go either way.
All right,
Plant
let's
your flag,
let's
James.
randomize. I'm going to plant it. I promise I will. Dave, how many times am I hitting randomize on this thing?
4.
4 times. First one would have been me. Second one would have been Dave. Third one would have been me. Fourth one is Rachel. Number 1.
Ooh, I go.
If I get no
last.
points, ooh.
Okay, it's going to start with Rachel goes first. Then we've got the mayor coming in at second. Then me. Then Dave, which means you'll pick first on the Steve James Supporting Actor Award.
10-4.
All right. Sounds great, but we are starting with the Will Patton Award for intensity for the actor that even though they were just in a movie about jousting, love-struck knights, they're like, I'm going as hard as possible. Let's get it.
You want a war? I'll give you a war!
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night! And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. You make sure
They remember forever the night they played the Titans.
That's right.
What are you doing with a gun in space?
Now, I also want to say and call attention to the fact that we have the counter back up here.
Yes, we do.
For all of you that can see this, here is our counter. It is now tracking something completely different. It is no longer puns, but it is instead the number of episodes since someone has screwed up their awards.
Right.
And so we haven't had a screw up yet today, so it's at 1.
All right.
All right.
Because this episode counts.
Batting 1,000 so
Batting
far,
1,000.
guys.
Guys.
So far,
And
so
if
good.
it gets to 10, we are having a pizza party for the cast and everyone gets a Lamborghini poster. Okay, Pizza Hut and Lamborghini.
All right.
And a poster?
Nice.
Yes.
We
come on.
will never see pizza. Never, 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 never.
We reach
All right.
3. You give us like a frozen pizza that's not cooked.
If it gets to 3, I'll be shocked.
If it gets to 3, everyone gets an Orvs.
Now, to be clear, a screw up isn't I don't agree with what you said. A screw up is you didn't do the awards correctly, right? So that means for the trash can, nominating somebody not because it was a bad acting performance, but because you hated that character the most, right?
Yep.
It would also be a one scene wonder that was in 6 scenes or more than 2 scenes.
Or, I mean, we've had people throw the main character out there before.
Yes. Or by not putting anybody, by saying, this has happened a few times, no one because there's no choices, just leave that blank and you don't end up stealing that spot from
Plant
somebody else.
your flag.
Right. Or you could screw it up by giving 2 people for an award because that is not planting your flag.
Right.
So those are all the ways you could screw this up. Other than that, we did have somebody give a final rating out of 10 instead of a BMR or GMR one time.
We beat you because we love you.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Truthfully,
Okay.
this gives me big questions about this form that you collect the awards on.
I feel like
like-
we've explained it 1,000 times, but it's
As someone who makes surveys at my job, I'm like, maybe you write some of this in
Yes.
tiny gray print about some of these.
maybe
There's
we need to.
no way to explain it again.
No.
Rachel, who is you got number 1
Here we
pick
go.
here.
Yes, I'm
for
ready
Will
for a
Patton.
point. Come on, baby.
Let's go. You got this.
I'm going to pick Count Adhemar.
Oh, there it is.
Rufus.
Yeah.
He was my number 1 for
Truly.
sure.
Nah.
Yeah. But
Really?
And I mean, I had a list. I had a little list for this in case I wasn't first, but that is my
Yes.
first pick.
Okay.
I think he stood out immediately so well as a villain.
Yeah.
And then also in a kind of strange way, like how we just did with Street Fighter, it's like, man, this guy's acting the best out of like anybody in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so for that, I'm giving him
Perfect.
my award.
I love that. All right. So, Mayor, who's your pick?
Well, Adhemar was probably my number 1.
Okay.
I'm going with Alan Tudyk as Watt.
What?
Barnacles.
He was. Oh, is that who you're going to go with?
Yeah.
He was going hard. dude.
Yeah, he went hard.
Like there were so many times where he just thought.
I mean, he had veins popping out of his neck. He was just 0 to 60 when somebody pissed him off. He was great.
Absolutely, man.
You know, if he was really intense, he'd be sunburned.
Or if he was in a tent, he wouldn't be
right.
sunburned.
Good point.
Yeah.
Dave, I got to tell you, I'm stuck between. I also would have been Rufus if I had, but I don't think it's a clean sweep because you said you wouldn't have. So okay, so well that's fine. But I'm really stuck here between 2 people.
I'm
Because
going to pick the other one.
you'll probably pick the other one. I think William had a peak moment of intensity.
Yeah.
And that's worth a vote. But I also feel like I think I'm going with Paul Bettany on this one. I think his speeches.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
He was on my list if
Yeah.
I was down the list. Yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
Really, really good stuff from Paul.
Yeah.
And locked in. So are you going with Heath or are you going?
Yeah, you have to. Because, I mean, he was intense, his quiet intensity. And then, especially at the end when he's having his final battle,
Yeah.
he's like, let's dance then.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So
just
good.
shouting
And
his
when he-
name,
Yep.
shouting William. Yeah.
He's got an injury and
Absolutely.
the infection is starting and he's still jousting. It's good stuff.
Good
He's
stuff.
intense
Good
dude.
stuff.
So
All right.
I don't hate it.
Well, let's see what the page is here. And here's our guy, Pat McCaffrey, the HEMA-cast, just like we
Hey.
talked about, right? So
Yeah.
he knows about this stuff, and he comes in and says, look at that, Alan Tudyk as Watt. Pain.
Pain.
Lots of pain.
Mr. T. Pain.
Alan went all in,
Yeah, he
and
did.
you'd feel how frustrated he is when initially threatening Chaucer. He ran out of words. He was a true friend and would throw down at a moment's notice.
Yep.
Next one comes from Matt Masick, and he also went Watt. Alan Tudyk. Is it Tudyk?
Tudyk.
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 How I've heard it forever.
Okay. Alan Tudyk, he really wanted his money to eat, and his constant screaming that he'll Fong people was intense as hell. I truly believed he'd Fong everyone in earshot. All right.
Why Fong this?
Fong this. Next shirt.
JP Dozier went Alan Tudyk. Tudyk.
Tudyk.
Did it.
Tudyk.
Again, it's the
Tudyk.
Y. It's the Y, and I hate it.
Tudyk.
Okay.
Why? Because.
JP Dozier said, with a shout out to Paul Bettany, Alan always goes all in with every role he plays, no matter how minor. When we found out Chaucer lost a lot of money, he went in and really hit him.
Yeah.
This is starting to run away with it here a little bit, but we do have somebody here. Sheila Bear went Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Sheila.
There you go.
Proud of you.
First off, rest in peace. He displayed true acts of nobility and humility. He showed compassion and brought the power when needed.
Yeah, he was great.
Nervous Purvis then comes in and says, Paul Bettany. Look at this.
I am shocked.
I am too.
Me too, because I would have gone, we both would have.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed watching him hype up the crowd. I could feel the excitement and the energy of the crowd. I believe there's one more vote, and that's Jason B. for Paul Bettany.
What is the tally at then?
It's 3 to 2 to 1. So I'm not going to catch, I don't think there's any more votes for this. I'm not going to catch the mayor here. Yeah, it goes to the trash can. So Mueller's going to take home this point, but he does say, Jason B. says, every time Paul Bettany's on screen, he controls the scene with so much intensity. Every time he steps up to introduce Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein, he looks like he's about to burst a blood vessel. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that means that Alan Tudyk is going to win the Will Patton Award, and Mueller gets himself a point.
Put a point up.
You did it.
Nice job. Woo! Woo! All right. And we can move on to the next award, which is the Steven Seagal Trash Can Full of Dirt Award that we give out to the actor who had the worst acting performance in the movie. Are you guys ready for this one? Let's get it.
Trash can, oh trash can, it's a trash can full of dirt, yeah.
Love never dies, and neither do they. Love is eternal, and that's a long time.
That's right.
I invented jousting.
You get first pick in this draft, my friend.
All right, I'll say this. This was a tough movie
Yeah.
to do this,
Yeah.
but I'm going with Kid William. He was
Kid
terrible.
William is who I had.
Who
Dang
dat?
it. Young William.
Young William.
In the flashback.
Little
Kid William.
Kid
I
William.
thought that's what his name was. Kid William was his actor.
Oh,
was
no.
the actor's name.
So,
No.
yeah.
Okay.
Just little
was
baby William.
He's
Yeah.
bad. And you know what? I'll fire another stray at another child because I'm picking next. And I'm going with the, I always say I'm you.
She was
little
on my
girl.
list too.
Lone girl.
Yep.
Lone girl. Sorry, lone girl. Not great. Dave,
Mine fell to me.
you're number one.
Yep.
wow.
It is Jocelyn's assistant.
Oh, no.
She was
gonna pick that.
She was on my list
so
too.
wooden, so
Yeah.
like, and now Lady Jocelyn has something else for me to say to you. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah.
She says you will not lose another
Yeah,
match.
you can now stop sucking.
She was on my list too.
See you later.
It maybe makes more sense to me, like knowing that she's French. I'm like, maybe English
Yeah.
is not her first
No, it's
language,
possible.
but I cannot imagine her leading the film.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
she is a beautiful woman, but she also could not be there, and you'd be like, no change.
Totally fine. She just, every line she's said by somebody else,
Yeah.
like Jocelyn
Okay.
herself.
Jocelyn couldn't show up, so
Yeah.
Rachel got last
I
pick
think
here.
I might get in trouble for this one, actually. 'Cause
Oh,
you all
no.
have spoken so highly of this man. But I would give it to James Purefoy as Colville.
Oh.
I know. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I think it's more about like the role that he's in. Like that there's not much that happens. He delivers some meaningful lines, but I don't find it to be intense and beautiful. And I don't find it to have much of a range.
Has anyone ninja'd you yet?
No.
In all the time that you've been here?
Am I about to have an HR violation?
But you're getting a ninja thrown at you for a James Purvoy
I know,
vote.
and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's
hey,
so
I love it.
wonderful.
Plant your flag. You
No.
hate him, you hate him.
No,
That's
it's
fine.
fine. I mean, it's
it
your
was like-
pick. It's your
Yep.
pick. But
When I thought about
don't like
folks-
it.
When I thought about folks that like seemed kind of like a wet towel in terms of a range, then that one came up to me.
It's a
as
wet
well as-
towel as far as a
well,
range.
well,
Just
because
range.
he's doing like one thing the whole movie.
Playing Prince Edward?
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
That's what he had to do.
That was his job.
And
He did
for
his
that I
job.
say the script and or the the movie is a part
All
of
right.
this failing. But also I didn't come into this being like this is so hard. So perhaps I've just forgotten all the other trash actors that were in the movie.
You did it.
Hey, ultimately, we're gonna find out. Maybe everyone agrees with you.
I don't know.
And it's been
We'll
times,
see.
and I'm the idiot.
You have to
Not that
eat
you're an
that
idiot,
ninja.
but I'm saying-
if that happens, you have
You're
I
eating
will,
a ninja?
I will
Ninja.
eat and swallow this if they.
Oh, you're gonna end up in the ER.
Dang. Nope,
Okay.
that ninja's gonna have a terrible time though.
Really, he's gonna hate it
Keep an eye
back
out
there.
for Red
All right,
Ninja.
let's see.
All right, let's see what the
get that
patrons.
sauerkraut?
All right, Purvoy, got to put him on there. All right, here we go.
Not sorry.
Josh Bowman says Rufus Sewell.
Oh.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, he's a bastard, but only just. I personally felt that he could have done a lot more with the role, but he acted like a dime store douchebag instead of a proper rival to Will. Now, Josh, this isn't getting the thing ticked because I just disagree with you.
Yeah.
That's wow.
He's the one that makes this movie go.
Yeah, movie's
He's
only as
the
good
villain.
as the villain, right?
He's a quiet jerk, but
Yeah.
he's still like that douchey.
He just walks in oozing douchery.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Joe Schenkenfelder says Shannon Sossaman gets a vote. Wow. That's 2 off the board. Sossaman is like, look at I am eye candy.
Yeah.
That's the why dong this guy.
Yeah.
He quoted, as you can see why that happens. Sossaman is look like I
Shannon
am eye
Sossaman.
candy.
Sossaman is like, look at I am eye candy.
I love it, Joe. Don't ever change. Kenton checks in and says, Laura Frazier, what is wrong with you? That's
Who's that?
Kate.
Oh, that's
Kate?
Kate?
That's
Oh.
Kate.
Jeebers.
Kenton. What? What? It just felt like she never acted before. It was a tough call because I love this movie. I couldn't think of anyone else worthy. But there was the
We named like
But so
3
many-
people
Yeah.
at this table.
It is a tough movie.
Matt Masick. I know, but
It is, but
Matt Masick, we need you, buddy.
Come
We need
on,
you
Matt.
right now.
Pick someone on the board.
Matt,
Adhemar's bitch boy. I don't know his name, nor do I care to
Squire.
learn it. Dude was awful. His intros were no Geoffrey Chaucer. He was flat when he delivered everything. So it's his.
seeing he crossed
Yeah.
my mind
Harold.
too.
His
I
Harold.
thought that he was supposed to be bad, though.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
he was,
Yes.
especially at the end when he's making his last speech, like, I can do what he does.
Chaucer makes them all look bad. right?
Anything
Yeah.
you can do. All right.
Okay. Rufus Sewell just gets another vote. Steve Extreme said Rufus. Count Adhemar is the very definition of a trash can. He had the exact same monotone voice and expression through the entire movie, whether he was wooing Jocelyn or punching William in the stomach. That is crazy talk, you guys.
Ed, absolutely crazy talk.
I am shocked.
100%. Vicky,
come through
save
for us,
us
Vicky.
here.
Come
This
on,
is the
Vicky.
final vote. We need you to tie with one of us so that we can have a tie off. Vicky says, Alice Cooper as the lone girl. But that's not enough. Or no, it is. It is.
It is. That ties it up.
Your
That's
vote
two.
counts as 2-1.
Yep.
Okay. She said the best. The spark of her life is smothered in shite. Her spirit is gone, but her stench remains. Does that answer your question? Oh, In Cheapside said it the best. Oh, Roland said it best. I can read. Let's do that again. Vicky said Alice Cooper as the lone girl. In Cheapside, Roland said it best. The spark of her life is smothered in shite. Her spirit is gone, but a stench remains. Does that answer your question? I can also put words
yeah,
together
you can.
into sentences.
Beautiful.
Sometimes.
I thought she meant the singer.
Right.
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper. So, guys, we have a tie here
All right.
between me and the 2 people that picked Count Adhemar. Who did you think was worse?
Well, I know.
It's the girl.
Right?
Yeah, it's not even.
School's out for the summer, man. It's Alice Cooper.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
And I know you're not just doing that because
No.
No.
Yes,
No.
She
that's
was on my
not
list.
Even
Yeah.
close.
Not
Yeah.
at all.
All right, lone little girl. Guess what? Whenever I hand out trash cans, I always think of you. You're gonna win the trash can full of dirt. Little girl, wherever you are, probably 40 years old now.
Yep, just sitting there. That was my shot. And I blew it.
Yeah.
I didn't keep the secret.
All right, I'll take that. And we move on.
Go mark it.
Thank you, sir. Our next award is the Bixby Snyder One Scene Wonder, given to somebody that was only in 1, max 2 scenes, and really still did a great job with what little screen time they had.
Oh no! It's boiling acid!
That was bananas.
I'd buy that for $1.
This close.
There
Yeah.
is some kind of bug that we haven't seen yet.
Okay, USA.
Paper! I've never seen paper!
Frankly, I find the idea of a bug that thinks offensive.
Prepare to die, powers!
So he hid it. In one place he knew he could hide something, his ass.
All right. I got first pick on the Bixby Snyder.
I'm going to get what I want either way.
And I'm giving it to Old Man in the Stocks, who just goes,
Oh, geez.
change of stars.
Berwick Kaler.
Shut up, Berwick. What's your name?
Berwick Kaler.
Berwick Kaler.
Yeah.
Jerk. Stocks guy. That's my pick.
Yeah.
Dave.
Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle now.
Were you going to pick him?
I have two
Okay.
that I really wanted, and now I can have either of them.
Yes.
So
Too many riches.
I'm rich.
That's right. We got to leave one for Rachel.
Yeah. I'm gonna go the priest.
Oh, the priest with the rings.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
And I'll tell you what the other one was if anyone else pick. Hopefully, someone else will pick it.
Okay.
But
We'll see.
hopefully, you pick.
Rachel, who you got?
Well, because I need it. What was it? The two again. I had a really hard
You
time
can tell
with
her
this.
if you want to.
Well, I don't want to. It was. How do I beat him?
Oh,
Beat him to
with a
death while
stick
he's-
in his sleep.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. That's a good one.
that
There's
is
also
a good one. That's a memorable line.
the you are here to be arrested guy with the mop head. Remember that guy?
I don't
Yeah.
remember any of these people. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I did watch this movie. Sometimes when I watch, I'll have my the awards in front of me.
Yeah.
That's not how I watched this one. And so then I'm like trying to think back, and I was like, oh, it was only in one thing, and it was the two people you named.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm gonna take the assist from Dave and
Okay.
do the guy who says how you win.
With a stick. Okay, got it. Who you got for me, Mayor?
Clarifying question: are the loan sharks pair of one or individual?
You have to
Okay, have to
plant
pick
your flag on
okay.
one of them. They were in only 2 scenes.
They
so
were in
they're-
only
But they
two
both have their own
scenes,
titles.
But
It's
they're
not like
yeah, no, that's
frat
fine.
boys.
Then in that instance, I am going to go with the sword battle guy, the first sword guy that came rushing into the arena.
Who, the guy he fought?
Yeah, the first when he had his first sword battle.
Yes.
That first sword guy.
Okay, sword guy.
Yep.
Got it. I don't think any of us are going to get a single vote.
I think the two of you might. Those are the ones.
We'll see.
When I had to put.
I
lists
love it. No,
together.
I like when people go way off the board and pick the random people. So I love all of our votes. I don't. They tend to pick the most well-known person that was only in 1 or 2 scenes. You know,
Wasn't it Street Fighter was like the Gong guy? No, I'm thinking of the.
You're thinking of Surf Ninjas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if I was in 4th position here, it would have went to the horse that took a huge dump with that guy on the back, smashed into the fence, and went hoofs up. I was like, God dang! I probably didn't feel good for that horse.
That was impressive. All right, let's see.
All right, first one up is Sheila Bear, and she says John Thatcher portrays a father.
He was in more than
He was in
two
at
scenes.
least
Way
3
more.
scenes.
Go to 0.
Guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but back to
Goodbye, pizza party.
number of episodes since the awards
He was
got messed up.
in many scenes.
He was.
Yeah,
let's see if we can figure out. He was in the scene where he dropped him off with the knight.
Flashback. Yep.
He was in the flashback on the stocks with the parade. He was in the scene where he went and visited him in his house and was
he
making
was
a
at the
net.
final
And he was
battle.
in
And
the
he
final
came to the
battle.
final battle. That's 4. That's double the amount of scenes needed for the Bixby Snyder. So I'm sorry, but we're back to 0.
But you're right. People are going with the most well-known instead of looking deeper. Look deeper, people.
guys.
Sheila, I still think you're great because you voted for
sure.
Heath Ledger.
Nervous Purvis comes in and says the third shirtless guy from the left during the opening credits. He looked like he was having the most fun.
See, this is
The fourth shirtless guy. I love it.
from the episodes I'm on. This is the Bixby one scene wonder. It's like these random human beings I've never seen in the film.
I love that. I love it. Eric Valov says the cat meat vendor.
He was on my list.
When rewatching this, that dude stuck out, and I was like, "That's my Bixby Snyder." I know that. There's also the guy that was like, "Cockadoodle once."
Yeah.
He denies him. Cockadoodle twice.
Yeah.
He denies him.
Was that a joke that he was telling or something?
No, he was talking about Peter denying Christ 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was retelling the story of the Bible.
see? There we are.
Oh man, off the board also for the cat vendor. All right. Next up is Jason B and says the little poor girl from London. I thought she did a good job. and we just trash canned her. Dave is out of here. She genuinely seemed excited to meet her hero and find out he was from there. This is gonna be.
Is there negatives?
Oh no. Well, this doesn't. I mean, there's only one
that's fine.
scene.
It's just good.
JP Dozier says the old bishop. We got it.
Hey, that boy JP.
There you go, Dave. I thought he did rather well as rather well added. A friend of mine in college would say at random places like, "You dare desecrate the house of God." That's good, man. And then Josh Bowman comes in and says, "The old bishop." Look at this.
All right.
This is something I also quote, "You desecrate the house of God." Anytime I'm slightly inconvenienced, I laughed harder at this moment than any other one in this movie because of his delivery. So there you go, guys. That means that not only is the priest winning, but Dave is going to move into first place by himself. The Bixby Snyder One Scene Wonder goes to the priest with the pretty rings. Nicely done.
Cursed with a beautiful award.
That's right.
We did it.
And we are now down to the final award of the evening, the Best Supporting Actor Award. We take the main villain and the main good guy, so William and Adhemar are off the board, and say who gave the best performance in a supporting role. So many to choose from on this one. This is going to be hard.
I'm looking for a clean sweep.
Let's get it. Really?
You know, every place you go, there's always someone who thinks he's a badass, right? Then there are those few who are. Are you some kind of a badass karate boy?
So you could potentially jump out to a 2-vote lead with only essentially a month and a half to go here.
I think I'm going to.
Wow.
Because this seems very obvious to me.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, you got first pick?
The answer is Jarvis.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany. He killed it.
He did.
He was the heart of this movie to me. I mean, as much as William is, can't pick him, but Paul Bettany coming up and he blew it out of the water.
I agree with you. I think there are lots of good supporting. I would have gone Paul Bettany. Mm-hmm. But I think even at fourth, I'm going to like my pick.
Yeah.
Well,
but
yes.
Everybody's good.
Everything
Yeah.
is great.
I had a list of 4 for this one, actually.
Who you got, Rachel? You're next.
I'm going to take Alan Tudyk as Watt.
Watts. Mm-hmm. Probably been the second person I would have picked after that.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Those are probably my first two. I'm going to go Kate.
God dang it. I know she wasn't going to win. I just wanted to vote for her because I like her. In case she watches. What if she's watching? And then,
We thought you were great.
You're the one that voted for her, not me. I would have picked you. Laura Frazier. Okay. All right. You pick Kate? You sure?
I'm taking Kate.
You want to trade?
Can I hammer, please? Trade you.
Then I'm going to go with Mark Addy as Roland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Robert Baratheon.
I was deciding between him and Kate.
We didn't. I think out of everybody, we probably spent the least amount of time talking about him, but he was great in this movie.
He really was.
Yeah, as kind of the big brother.
Yeah, I thought he did more, or he caught my eye more than Alan. Honestly, in that duo of two goofs.
Sure, for sure.
I love one of his opening lines where he's talking about his soul is gone, and blah blah blah.
Yeah. The spark of his life is smothered in shite.
Right.
Yeah.
He's great.
All right, well, let's see what the patrons had to say. And Joe Schenkenfelder comes in and says, Paul Bettany, come on. Bettany, whole job in the movie is Ledger's wingman.
You damn right.
That's right.
Joseph. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Perfect. Hemacast comes in and says, Paul Bettany. Oh, good Lord, you might be talking about a clean sweep here. Well, before let's go any further, would you have all gone Paul Bettany as your first pick?
Yeah.
So would I.
For sure.
So we'll give him credit for the clean sweep if it happens, because we're 2 patron votes in and we're there. Hype man for Sir Ulrich. From the first moment his pasty naked butt trudges onto screen until the final post-credits fart joke, which I forgot to talk about. Chaucer ruled. Harrison comes in and says, there it goes, Mark Addy. Dang, I got to vote, though.
There you go.
This was tough. The whole group of William's friends are really good, and I had a hard time choosing. But Mark Addy has so much charisma. He just makes the whole thing more enjoyable. We'll see if it's a 9-1 situation like Raul Julia not winning the freaking clean sweep.
How does he not win it?
Crazy. Johnny Golab went Paul Bettany. One bright, shiny corn kernel in this heap of Triceratops turd.
Tell us how you really feel.
I know. Honorable mention to Laura Frazier for being hot and winning the post-credits fart contest.
I got an honorable
I did not
mention.
see this. This had a post-credit scene.
Yeah, they're all having a fart contest.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Now I got to watch it.
I don't know if his final review made it in here because it's randomly picked, and he's only been 2 out of the 4 awards picked. Johnny Golab has been hounding me on Discord for how much of a piece of crap he thinks this movie is, and he's been waiting to eviscerate it on the awards just to bother me, I think. So I'm interested to see if his final review made it through the algorithm.
Yeah.
But yeah, he thinks this is a heap of Triceratops turds.
Well, plant your flag.
Yeah.
Horse turds, triceratops turds.
Kenton went Mark Addy. It's not over yet, sir. With one more to go. He plays an incredible friend, and his belief in William was wonderful throughout the movie. Great actor. With one more vote, we could end up in a tie here.
No, we can't, because they've already hedged their bet.
Well, they might change their mind by the time,
By the time you click this mouse down a little
Okay,
bit.
we'll see.
They could just lie.
Whoa!
Matt Mason went
now,
Mark Addy.
let's see
No,
if you-
don't you dare. Hold on for just a second.
You heard my feeling.
Mark Addy is the only correct answer, in my opinion. Roland was the heart of the film and always tried to be Will's voice of reason. Addy was so phenomenal in this film; he deserves all the recognition. Now, if I can make my case, let me make my case.
Okay,
Here.
make your case.
Let's hear it.
Paul Bettany did a great job, but was that role really that much of a stretch for him in that he is essentially playing a fanciful British writer, which is right in his wheelhouse, right? And he did a great job, right? But Roland was the beating heart of this group of people. He was the big brother. He was the guy that everyone turned to, that even Will turned to when he didn't know what to do.
Yes.
And Mark Addy, I think, absolutely deserves the recognition of winning. And yeah, it'd be an upset, but I think one that the show would celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if I could make my case, you already said you would have picked him.
Wait, but then I've maybe swayed them. With
Part of my job is to hear alternate testimony and make a ruling based on
why
what
he's
I
the
think is
mayor.
best. That's why I'm the mayor.
That's fine.
Right.
I'm going to
We'll let
go with
Rachel-
justice here.
Well, wait, are you sharing your mayoral?
Yeah.
Is it time?
What is the
It's
verdict?
yeah,
come
go ahead,
down
Rachel. You can go first.
Well, I don't have a title. So if there's a pecking order, but I will just say that I definitely appreciated what Mark Addy did, but I think it's a much like quieter, more subtle. Like, I'm just a kind guy. I'm like you said, the heart of the film of like being a good person. He believes in William first, but there's
He's not a degenerate gambler.
Oh, now you're
so
attacking
now we're
his character.
poo-pooing people with gambling problems. No,
Just saying, in this movie.
no, but
It's only a problem if you can't afford it.
All right.
But I do think I would still stick with Chaucer, and I mean he's literally naked and sitting in the like painful grass.
Listen, just because Paul Bettany did a great job doesn't mean he was the best supporting performance.
Ryan, you know what's correct here. You know what the right thing to do is here. And I think as a person in office, the right thing is what you should be doing at most. Not lowering yourself to the special interests of all of a sudden I want to have this win.
You ran on being upright, right?
I
You
did,
ran
yes.
on that platform of just rock solid.
Yes.
Can't be respectful, can't be bought,
authenticity.
all that stuff, right?
Right.
And would a pro gambling vote really look great to your constituents here?
It probably wouldn't. No,
It
that
wouldn't.
would be,
But did you?
you know.
Was honesty something that you ran on with your platform?
Honestly, prior to having all the information presented to him.
Right. And I appreciate you've had your chance. Was honesty something? Was honesty something that you ran on in your mayor campaign?
well, I mean, as much as a politician can be honest, sure.
Okay, perfect. So did you or did you not, Mayor, say that you would have picked him first?
I did, but I don't feel like I'm on trial here.
It doesn't mean that he's
I'm
a
not saying that you.
flip-flopper. It means
it's
he.
not, I will support whatever you do because I care about you and your opinion.
It's not flip flopping to change your mind if he's presented with new information, right?
Were you?
What
presented
new
with
information?
I
We all
was-
watched the same movie.
Yes, I mean, but the new argument came forth about heart and soul, Mark Addy.
Boo!
the
Stick
heart
to your
and soul.
guns.
Heart and soul of the movie.
Don't listen to her.
I am confident that Ryan is going to do the right thing here.
So am I.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the time has come to you, Mayor.
Yeah, that kraut's hitting me right now. I think I gotta go and
We wait. We can wait.
We'll
We
wait.
can wait through a computer breakdown. We can wait through your.
here's the thing. Yeah, I Mark Addy was second on my list. I think he's still second on my list, even after the compelling argument that was made. I'm going Geoffrey Chaucer.
All right, fine. Paul
appreciate
Bettany is going to win.
2 points.
2 points for Dave. Look,
I'll go Mark.
you would have gotten a point even if you voted for me because we just both would have gotten
Yeah.
one.
Oh, that's nice.
You just didn't want me to get one. I understand. No, I understand.
I do see what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbits and like the little
He's the
ensemble.
Samwise.
He is the Sam.
He really is.
Yeah.
But then there's just something like in the arc of the Geoffrey Chaucer character that is
respect
so engaging and charismatic.
Well, it's time to finally put our final thoughts out, and I'm really, all joking aside, interested to see where this lands and if Johnny's vote ends up in here, because that could skew the whole thing. But let's go.
So if not, put it in Discord, Johnny.
Steve Extreme comes in and says, I just finished a popular HBO jousting show, and do you know why it wasn't as good as A Knight's Tale? It didn't have a single Queen or David Bowie song anywhere in it. The crowd in the HBO show never even did the wave. I want my fictional knight jousting TV experience to have all of that. Good movie from Steve. And then we send it over to Dave.
Yes, sir. So this is Rudy with jousting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Your underdog tale. It's a sports movie for all intents and purposes. And it's got heart. It's got a good romance. It's got action. It's got everything that I want in a good movie. And anything that I would say bad about it would be a nitpick, if anything. When I started this, and I said it to you when I got here today, I was like, uh-oh, this is going to be a hard one. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is a good movie, and there wasn't a point of this movie where I was like, I wish I wasn't watching this.
Yeah.
It was good movie, full stop, no question.
Okay, look at that. That's the second vote for good movie. Vicky comes in and says, a true feel-good film with just the right amount of action, drama, and comedy. One of my regular rotation and a good movie straight up with a cracking soundtrack to boot. What's left to say except you have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have not been found wanting. That's our third good movie vote as we head over to Rachel.
So again, this was the first movie that I've done these episodes for that I'd actually seen before. So I was very excited to like have the nostalgia of like, I thought this was so good. Does it hold up? Yeah. And I just think it absolutely does. This is a feel-good, like fun thing to rewatch or watch for the first time, even though it was based in 2001. The music is really fun. Heath Ledger does a really great job in it. And yeah, I would just I was talking to a friend this morning about it, and she was like, I'm going to go home and watch this movie, which I would recommend because I would consider it a good movie.
Awesome.
All right.
That's 4. We'll do 2 at the turn here. Sheila Bear comes in and says, this movie was fun to watch and love the storyline. Great acting, has a great mix of action, and how love conquers all. Good movie. Whoa. And then Nervous Purvis says, I agree with the majority of the critics that this is a good movie, except... Well, I guess it's still the majority at 59%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the dynamic between Will and his crew and could easily watch a longer movie with them in it. Guys, I'm so bummed there was never a second one. They had one planned.
Oh, really?
I'll give you the 30-second version of this.
Okay.
Adhemar was going to kidnap Jocelyn after what happened because he wanted to have her anyway. They were going to have to get onto a ship to chase after him, and it was going to end up being a pirate movie with Watt, Roland, and William on a ship chasing after Adhemar and Jocelyn.
Come on.
Yeah.
And this didn't get made. Why?
Brian was talking about getting the script done, and I don't know, whatever. They passed because it didn't do great at the box office.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why it died. But
bummer.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been great? Just, I don't care what they were doing, just have this band together doing something again.
That trio like has great chemistry.
Yeah.
Those like two guys in the William character.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're fun doing anything.
All right, Mueller, what do you got for me?
Yeah, so I mean, outside of 2 little writing things that I mentioned throughout the episode, right? They were unearned, just kind of William being a dick, right? There was nothing that led to that, nothing that led up to that. Outside of that, this is a great movie, right? The soundtrack slaps. The supporting cast is outstanding. It's an ensemble cast. I mean, yeah, Heath Ledger is like the lead, but he's kind of not, right? You don't get the feel that he's the lead per se, because you feel like all of his group is there with him and around him, and everybody is kind of. You almost get the sense that they were like friends on set, even, right? And how much they enjoyed making this movie together. I think the IMDb rating is low. To me, this is an 8. Good movie.
Look at that.
Full stop.
they were good friends because they all came to set like 2 weeks early to get ready. And they were so excited to be in the movie. They hadn't done a lot of movies before.
Yep.
They learned the one sword fight that they had to learn for the training sequence in the woods. And that took them like an afternoon. And then they spent like 2 weeks going around to bars in Prague, hanging out together.
That's great.
And closing down bars. Then by the time they started shooting, they were all buds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
I love that you could be the marketing team for this movie.
Nothing,
almost nothing we've said about it. Have you not went, actually, it's great.
No, this is fun.
It's not an indictment. It's awesome.
No, but it came through. I guess what you're saying is
it came
seemed like
through,
they were friends.
absolutely, yeah.
And they were, literally.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sadly, Paul Bettany was asked about this movie at a con. He does a lot of cons for this Marvel stuff. And he says that people come up and quote it to him, and he says, I remember very little of it because I watched it when it came out, but I can't go back and watch it because of Heath.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so it's really sad.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm glad it happened, and it's here for all time. Eric Valov says this is a good movie, not in spite of it, but because of the because of the anachronisms, as Madela or Farrell would say. Yeah, Farrell's not here. He'd have been throwing that all over the place.
Yeah.
What's an anachronism?
Like a song that doesn't belong in the time.
Oh.
You know, like if
boy.
we were doing a movie set in the 50s and someone drove through in a 1985 Jeep Cherokee, that'd be an anachronistic.
Farrell would have just been breaking the music down all episode.
Gotcha.
It's a sports movie, not a historical period film, and the underdog winning the big game. Think Rudy meets Varsity Blues meets Prince of Thieves. Cat meat and warm wine. Good movie. There we go. And then Jason B comes in, which we didn't. That means we didn't get Johnny's vote.
Put it in the Discord.
Please post it there,
Yeah,
or
post
send
it,
it in the
Johnny.
mailbag. Even we'll do that too. Overall, I think this is a good movie. Full stop. I saw this back when it was released in early 2000s and thoroughly enjoyed it, and still enjoy it when I can find it on. I think it's one of Heath Ledger's best roles, and even the soundtrack was great. That means we have 9 good movies.
Don't you mess this up.
High tension, though. We don't know how you're going to vote.
There's never been less tension going into a vote as there is.
The time you hit the damn button.
I was so proud of my daughter, and I was telling Dave this before. I'll keep this short, but she's 20 years old. You guys all know Jenna. She's been on the show. The listeners know her. And she was heading back to go back up north where she lives, and she'd spent a couple weeks with us. And I'd mentioned we were doing this for the show, and she says, "Oh, what's that movie?" And I felt like I'd failed her in a way as a father, because I've shown her everything. She's seen all these 80s and 90s movies because I've shown them to her. And I said, how did I never show this to you? So we watched it last night before she left, and I didn't tell her anything. I didn't try to convince her ahead of time that it was great. And she sat there and watched it unbiased. No, never pulled her phone out. And right at the moment when the armor's been pulled off and he hasn't ridden yet, but he's going to, and he says, "Let's dance," and all he's bleeding, she just unprompted out of nowhere said, "This is a damn good movie."
Yeah.
And that's a 20-year-old kid. We're of a different generation. I think what's great about this movie is it plays across generations, young, old. This group of people that came together to make this, not just the group in the movie, but Brian and the team around it, and they shot it practically, and they got actual dudes on horses and knocking each other off with lances. It makes for an incredible film. I think the pick to make the anachronistic music was an inspired choice. I think it helped connect to what it was like for us watching modern sports to this, and I think this movie remains a top 10 film for me. It's embarrassing that it's rotten.
Yeah.
And critics, for whatever reason, don't like it when you're too sincere, too schmaltzy, or too corny, and they want a little bit of winking and cynicism, and I hate that crap. I'm good with it, but it's in everything now. I think what's great about this movie is that it wears its heart right on its sleeve. Good movie, full stop. I love A Knight's Tale.
Get the broom.
That's right.
Do you have any stats on how many blown out knees there were in this movie?
Oh, probably.
Some of those guys hanging on them horses.
Oh, I know. One guy got dragged by one.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy, dude. Well, that's it, guys. And so we will leave you with that. And for next week, I want to let you know we are going right from this high point of this mountain, and we are diving off that thing into the cesspool that is Battlefield Earth.
Gross.
With John Travolta's giant forehead.
Yeah.
A very famous bad movie that I've successfully avoided my whole life, and now I'm going to have to watch it.
It's on the trash to piece list.
Long.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Is it bad?
It's very bad.
Great. I can't wait for that.
Should wait.
I want to wait about 6 days, and then I'm going to have to do this all over again. And coming off of this, it's going to feel so much worse.
That's even worse. Yeah.
Enjoy your rat sandwich.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks, Rachel, Dave, Ryan, and we will be back like we are every single week. We'll catch you on the next one.